We pledge love and loyalty to be country salute. My how we there, my how we born. We sweet salute. We not for make this country fall. Mama salute. We let we salute. This sweet land we love. We not for make and fall. We let we salute.
Sierra Leone is indeed a land rich in natural resources, including diamonds, gold, bauxite, and rutile, along with a vast potential for agriculture and fisheries. However, the shadows of its past, most notably the brutal civil war from 1991 to 2002, continue to haunt the nation. The war, fueled by corruption, economic disparity, and the infamous Blood Diamond, left deep scars on the social, political, and economic fabric of the country. The politics of grievance, characterized by deep-seated resentment and divisions along ethnic, regional, and partisan lines, remains a dominant force in Sierra Leone's political landscape. These grievances often stem from historical injustice, perceived marginalization of certain groups, the legacy of corruption and as a result, the political discourse and interactions in Sierra Leone are frequently charged with mistrust and antagonism, impeding efforts to build a unified national identity. This fractured political climate has significant implications for nation growth and development. The continuous cycle of blame and counter-blame between political parties has diverted focus from more critical developmental policies and reforms. Public institutions struggle with inefficiency and corruption, further eroding citizens' trust in the government. Consequently, national unity remains elusive, with regional and ethnic loyalties often taking precedence over a collective national identity. The lack of a cohesive national vision undermines development efforts as political instability discourages foreign investment and disrupts long-term plans. Social cohesion is also compromised, with communities remaining divided along political and ethnic lines. For Sierra Leone to progress towards true nationhood and sustainable development, it is essential to address these historical grievances, promote inclusive governance, and foster a political culture that prioritizes national interest over partisan gain.
Yes, Fambuldem, una good evening, una good afternoon, good morning, good day, however una day. Today we are going to look at what in call governance. And let we ask and look, examine if really we get government in Sierra Leone. Everybody they allow the constitution, I ain't get problem. But as far as some of we concerned, we understand this constitution thing, a lot of infringement on the constitution they take place every day. When they broke the laws, the one they wouldn't put for govern the country, now we don't even see a foreign force don't can occupy with territory. And chapter 2 of the constitution is clear about that. It says sovereignty belongs to the people. The security, peace, and welfare of the people of Sierra Leone shall be the primary purpose and responsibility of the government. Do we have a government in Sierra Leone? And this would they ask today. And would they look at various things where they gone? Would they look at various public officials then behavior, then words. Because when we talk about government, not only the laws, we forget standards. We forget what they call ethical standards. You public official, you don't just grab no more, you talk like board where they run belly. Where they talk, you for measure your word. Because whatever you say, you are saying it on behalf of the people of the country. You dey say am on behalf of the state. You dey say am in the interest of the people of the country. You dey say am in the interest of the state. And whatever you dey do in the interest of the state, it not only for go in relations to the security of the state, it will go also in relations to the civic, social, and economic welfare of the state. So if you're not a big man, if you're able to measure what you they talking in public, well, they can't look at all them things here today. But before they begin going to them, allow me to tell Leonardo.
I want to say I want to say Mami no second no skuri no to famule me na kabo plenty kushetena. Asuna yeri within me co-host Don Setena. All day in place and all correct. Do we have a government? If we do, where are they? The corridor is empty. It's vacant. I don't see anybody they go up and down for put things them in place where look like or where get a semblance of governing. Where are they? If they were present, within the corner younger. Enough for they happen. Younger. Within that name in Pamende, it means swamp. Even that name there alone don't give away say now we territory. You then are you host. Somebody bring chair come. You know, ask her, hey, what you the kind of chair na me host? Because chair already didn't na me host. He come, he left him. He go back, he go bring bed. You see, don't they look up? He they fix bed. If you just accepting a rent, you don't rent you host here. The next thing I kick you out of your host because now you give him the right for make it did it. Because from the very first day wake out the first chair, now for the ask him for leave. As for the issue we Pajalo talk about, constitution. As I can always say, even Jahannam I get protocol. Any side where people gather, they get for put rules, roadmap, A to Z. It's like when the Christian and they get the Bible. And the Bible they guide them. The Muslim them, they get the Quran. Now they guide them. Well, the constitution now we own Quran and Bible. If not him now with Quran and Bible, when will they do things them we fall foul of what in they did? We not agree. In fact, it not for even happen. But people and they talk say, and the constitution are the problem. Not the constitution are the problem. Now the fact say we not use the constitution we get in the first place. So not using the constitution is the problem. You see, constitution, they reflect how we look like. Mortal man not perfect. Constitution shall never be perfect. Now people are write up. And now that's make constitution, they get amendments. Whenever they find out for say that part of the constitution not meets criteria, the constitution give you all that right today for let them amend them. America, where they put themselves forward, say, then at the home of democracy. The young constitution, now 27 times they don't amend that. 27 times. What's in that tell you? That tell you, say, constitution not they ever perfect. But with the imperfection of we young constitution, not to waiting then at the constitution. Now waiting will not they do with the constitution. When the constitution talk or say no, we see do with him up. When the constitution say no for eat frog, now frog with the fry they eat.
No.
You see, so basically, we are not a law-abiding country. And one go ask himself this question: why do we even have a constitution if we're not a Valara? So if We go get a new constitution. We don't create a habit of following the old one. Now the new one we can follow.
Oh well.
So let we left for the delude we self with the can with things that just for make excuses for let we not put things them in order. Because this is what it is. We are a group of people them, just like what Jalok say, where all the time any excuse where they get now for make excuse. Now for complain. We don't turn to nagging kindergarten. You know, all the time we complain, all the time now we now the victims. For once, now we take responsibility. Now we can talk about maturity. What's in a maturity? The very first thing about maturity now for acknowledge you frailties. Now for accept where you are wrong. You know, for allow, let ego and emotion take over rational thinking. We not for do that. We not agree for grow. A mature person, not to your size, not to your age. Now how you they think, how you they conduct yourself, how you they behave, how you they prioritize. When you get it wrong, you accept it. We get for learn for listen to one another. We know they do that. We know they ever they do that. If we know they listen to one another, and our constitution will go listen to. Not to me right now. I don't care about it. I get to do what I have to do. Now we get a criminal enterprise in our country. Sierra Leone now a crime scene. This criminal enterprise, it don't clearly show itself. Because now one of the criminal don't come out, don't talk for say they get Godfather. And I be done they talk this. I don't talk for how long? I said the criminal enterprise where they run with country. Then a gang. Who that get a Godfather? Now gang then get Godfather. So now Timbo don't can accept him. You don't admit him. So APC and SLPP now gangster. Now gangster there. They don't respect rules. They don't respect laws. So me brother, pass them back to you.
You see, when been they talk,
Yes, sir.
when been they laugh, something I mean they think of.
Uh-huh.
The very country we colonize we, when I then give we independence, they not get constitution. England not get
You not get
constitution.
constitution. No, they don't get
United Kingdom not get constitution. And you don't live there almost here, they don't ever complain about constitution.
Never.
You know why? You see, these are the points we need to make the public aware of. And they always tell Una say the intellectual class na Sierra Leone dishonest.
Dishonest.
Either they are dishonest.
I don't got you what dishonest in understatement, bro. Now that's just one.
Either they are dishonest or they are ignorant of what should be known to run a country. Countries don't run by constitutions alone. Countries don't run by laws alone. As a matter of fact, the laws of a country now for assist, let the country get a level of order where they expect everybody for obey. You understand? The law is not made to punish. It is made to maintain order. But where the people don't have ethical standards, where the people don't behave themselves as a civil society, as a civilized collective, then the laws cannot work. And it's unfortunate in Sierra Leone and most parts of Africa, the educated class, and then they behave as uncivilized as you can ever look at it. They don't respect standards. They create standards that suit them. That's why it's only in Africa you will hear somebody talk about his administration. This is my administration. It's not your
It's not your administration. No.
Administrative institutions, management institutions, they go on forever and ever. There are standards established that everyone should follow. You understand? Everyone should follow those standards. Whether you are black or green, tall or short, you have to follow the institutional standards. In the home, if there are no ethical standards, then no law can work in the home. If you get a house, you the papa they go ikama ilek, the mommy they go ikama ilek, what do you expect the pikin them for do?
Then go be free range chicken.
Yeah, because ethical standards not there.
Exactly.
And you, the papa and the mama, they misbehave. Una not get no moral authority for tell the pikin them for behave themselves.
Then go say, Papa, where you dey go the car? You know they tell nobody.
Well,
That will be the norm. That will be the norm.
this is where we are not getting it. And it's unfortunate the people that we expect for no better, now they always the kind of constitution has a problem. It doesn't have a problem. It's your obscured mentality that has a problem. Put ethics in yourself, then the constitution will work. Remove the ethics, then the constitution is just letters on paper.
Hey, brother, like how you talk, and so that's what I said earlier. You can write all the constitutions, all the grammar, all the alphabet. Where you don't write and it has to be applied.
Yeah.
If it is not applied, then it's not followed.
And the application is only done when there are ethical and moral standards that people respect.
Precisely. Because now we customary settings, if you look back, we villages will not get constitution, but they get traditions, they get culture.
Yeah.
Where everybody know the red tapes and the blue tapes.
Then get taboos.
Then exactly.
These are not written anywhere on stone.
You get in a way they do, where everybody agrees, say, this is not sacrilege. It's not for happen.
Yeah.
You get in a way they do, where acceptable.
Yeah.
And one of them rule that day, now with society where they grow up, you know, they eat with your left hand. Now you right hand. Because some people and believe say you left hand dirty, now they use dirty things them with. It's not clean. So the right hand ain't clean. They're not writing on a paper, but that is an ethical values where don't transcend from one generation to another. And people follow them to an extent. If you're not a left-handed person, you have a problem. You have to find a way to use the right hand for tell ado, because you know they shake hand with left hand. Now the right hand.
As a matter of fact, that's a global rule.
You see how?
It's all over the world. You would hardly see a culture outside and they shake hand with left hand.
No.
People they do them. But people who do it, they belong to certain clubs or fraternities.
Or some cults.
Or cults.
Yeah.
But under normal circumstance, globally, you shake hands with your right hand. There's no right hand and no law saying that for do. It's just an ethical standard. Do we have those standards in Sierra Leone? If you ask me, I go
We
tell
did
you.
not get no single document with them put say this is not constitution.
One day, now conventions and standards then get.
Yes, and ask them. Even the Magna Carta and I come out.
Yeah.
But their rules then don't the follow like a fine tooth comb.
Because they get ethical standard.
And then rule they not make them as a weapon against some people. Because this is what we have in we country.
All of that you say we not get ethical standards.
Exactly.
Why for use the law against people?
Yes.
Because they think they are not your friends. That is immoral.
Totally immoral. They just like how we get the anti-corruption organization that we country. We meant for do
Do you know
anything we get for doing
do
anti-corruption?
you know the
But why do
history?
we? But why do
Do
we have the police? We already have a police.
history of the anti-corruption in Sierra Leone?
Talk to we. Talk to we.
When Tijan Kaba realized that members of his government were misusing funds, would they come for rehabilitation and reconstruction? That was why he asked the British to set up an anti-corruption commission so that he go check on the corruption. And from that point where he set up anti-corruption, he became removed from his government. He could not even go to State House. He was running office from his home until the time where he left power in 2007.
Well, now the
And the same people them now then they misbehave, so they elect today.
the
The
purpose.
same people where Tijan Kaba try for correct.
Well, now you see the purpose where he set them up for. It's not the purpose where they use them now for.
We
Now,
don't need anti-corruption, Mr. Toure. That's what I'm trying to say.
that's the add-on.
Is if we get ethical standards in Sierra Leone, we don't need anti-corruption.
No, we don't. We don't.
Norway.
Well, now.
Norway, they not get anti-corruption here. Britain not get anti-corruption. Then get standards bureaus them where they check on people them public behavior.
Waiting we don't do. They fools them as usual. They don't weaponize them. Now, him then they use now as the weapon for all anybody when are opposition, anybody with vocal, then use them against you for shut you down.
Mr. Toure,
Yeah.
Weaponizing the law has always been a part of Sierra Leone.
Well, this is the problem.
Because there are people lacking ethical standards. When Sheikh Stevens said, let us have independence before elections, they weaponized the law against them. Then put an cuff panel from England, bring and come put on a Pademba Road. On the day of independence, all the people that they felt were not in favor of the SLPP were in prison in Sierra Leone. The records are there in the answers of the British Parliament. 1965, when Albert McGuire said, don't they get pressure, the Anchor with Public Order Act, libel, slander, this and that, he weaponized the law against people he felt were his opponents. So not to make matter can begin amo.
But this is what I keep saying to people from time to time, for make them go open the eye and come to the realization, say Sierra Leone, it don't reach a point where we all for be mountain fat foot. We forget yai now we back we get yai now we forehead. Because you see, all waiting they happen, no new. How many times me and you they talk about that now and they talk and I mean audio them? The behavioral pattern has not changed.
One thing Awale we do. Awale we get this clear. If we keep making the problems of Sierra Leone partisan or individual, Sierra Leone will never be correct. Let us accept that all of us, we are brought up badly. We don't have ethical standards. And so therefore, the minute we get into public office, we begin to misbehave.
I know cut you word. I'm glad the way you bring this partisan thinker. That is a good excuse not for take responsibility.
Yes.
Because when you know mature, all you they do now for point finger, put blame on other people and so yes. You not go do nothing.
Yes.
So that's the reason why party then our country. But let's ask ourselves, let's be true to ourselves. Do we have parties in Sierra Leone?
We have clubs where people meet to run elections.
Now, criminal enterprises then we get.
Clubs that we get.
Full of criminals.
And then club and they all they work together.
You know, we don't
they all they work together.
We don't have political
parties. We see them as different, but within themselves, they're all collaborating.
Then you expect people in Fokam govern. Like this one old the last 5-year cycle, take to this year cycle, it has not been a single day that they govern. All what they do in electioneering. Right through. And let's say something at the time we got it.
I want to add something.
Okay.
Since 2018, there has not been governance in Sierra Leone.
None.
Not the last 5 years, or since 2018. The last time where effective governance in Sierra Leone, now before Ebola. I want you to notice this. I get very good reason for
Of course. I read you clear.
So go ahead, sir.
You know, this kind thing when you go on our country, it's not new. Everybody know what people know want for talking. They know want for acknowledge, say it happen. And what would they talk about ethical? I want let people understand that we know they use jargons. I want that we use words we get meaning. When they talk about ethics, then they talk about moral principles, ethical rules, moral standard, behavioral pattern were acceptable. And this is the whole reason why we get religion. The whole essence where people they join religion. Now because of morality. Let's make this clear. Because very quick, Solomon don't quote the Bible, they don't quote Quran. The reason why they quote Quran and the Bible, now because of morality. And way back in the biblical days, there is a man called Moses. A father-in-law, Jethro, can visit. He see the workload upon him. Now then he tell him, say, me man, you get for divide religion parts, you concentrate on that, and the moral aspects and the everyday activities get constituencies and get young, moral, decent, God-fearing men. That is where this constitution and this constituency politics started. So then put the young man and then constituencies then they for me them go run everyday activities, reduce the workload per Moses.
Well, that is what we were told.
So the issue of morality is very religious based, and it's very good for that we get morals, that we get rules in how we behave, because that's what differentiates us from animals.
So, you see, I don't want to let we belabor this religious thing, because if I have to be honest, religion was the first thing that failed us. So I will not discuss that.
No, I'm not discussing it. I am trying to put the meaning of ethical. Usai originate. When you talk about morality, straight away it goes there.
That is what we have been told in Africa. I'm living in a society where people go to church once every 3 months, where most of the people don't believe in religion, but it's a highly ethical society. Religion gets in your role for perform. And religion, as far as me concerned in Sierra Leone, and politics, now the two things we don't lead with also so. Because the people not get ethics, so they cannot practice religion. Let's stop fooling ourselves.
Let us be truthful to ourselves. The problem we'll get naturally, not to any of the how you call them philosophies, then are the problem. What's not the problem is just people them way not organized, we not orderly. Because religion itself is never a bad thing. And even the religion, now we misuse, and not only religion misuse.
Now you get me.
We misuse the religion.
Now you
the same way when they misuse the anti-corruption, now the same mentality they can go back by religion.
But the religion has always been that bad, even before anti-corruption. As far as I recollect, religion in Sierra Leone, It has always been institutions of class,
Exactly.
policy, sycophancy. Now that don't become a culture now with society.
I agree.
The religious leaders have never stood for the truth in that country. If they had stood for the truth, politicians will not be behaving the way they are behaving.
Hey, brother, how it will be, then will be agents of the truth. Where the truth is never outside waiting and want. The truth is about waiting and want for imposing upon other people.
Well,
Why do you feel you get a society where everybody obsessed with this word they are the truth? I will not make several audios them on that. If you get a society where everybody talk, and now talk the truth, now talk the truth, that is an obsession. Why are we obsessed about
what
the
is
truth?
truth?
Because truth not exists today.
What is truth? Now, the first thing you need for us.
The truth corresponds with our reality. But we never they accept reality.
God. You know what's in our truth?
Uh-huh.
Truth is what is generally ethical and moral for the greater majority of the people. Let me repeat it. Truth is generally what is ethical and moral for the greater majority of the people. Truth varies from society to society. But when we deal with a country like Sierra Leone, one of the failings of the intellectual class, they've never sat down to establish national ethical and moral standards wey go be suitable across the board for every diversity in the country. When I talk about diversity, I mean language groups, sex, region, etc., etc. The truth is only what one idiot think is right,
Which is
and he wants to impose on all other people.
exactly. That's what
And
I
that
said
is
earlier.
not good. And religion in Sierra Leone is a party to that nonsense.
It's about their interest. If it meets that criteria, that waiting, now they true, now waiting suits them, now waiting they add value in them pocket, now waiting they put oil in them pocket, gravy in them pocket, now the truth. So we get a society of Osusu. Him for me, I him for you.
The
Now
majority of the people they suffer.
Fat cat culture.
I like the majority of the people they suffer, they don't care.
They're not interested. They're not interested.
I make I tell you, say, I live in a society where people go to church once every 3 months. But the ethical standards that this place is such that they have a rule in this country. It's not written on law, it's not written on the constitution, but there is a rule in this country. If Imran Toure does not have enough money, he has to pay his rent, he has to pay for food and electricity. Are the three most important things than that.
Yeah.
As long as he use that money for pay them things, then they. If he owe anybody any debt, that person can go police in above case. Then they tell the person, say, hold on, when the person gets a good job, we go make sure say begin pay you money. Why do you think they are doing that? It's because of ethical standards. They don't want people to suffer.
At the same thing, Naya, rightly as you put on. Naya, you owe anybody anything substantial, then get waiting and call people and when they manage debts.
Yes.
When they interview you, the very first thing when they ask you
income, then they look for
ask for your income, then they ask how much you they pay in your essential bills.
Exactly.
Then they eliminate them they all first.
And not to lie on them all. We tell them anything and they cross check.
Yes. Then they ask you how much pocket money you they live on.
Yeah.
Then at that time they go say, well, all right, we go cut small by your pocket money.
Yes.
This balance money, where we look you might be able to allow £5 every month So you go to pay you arrears £5.
I let it take 10 years for pay that five bond, you go pay them.
You go pay them small.
That's what ethical standard is.
They're not gonna make clear you.
That is what social safety net is. We dey all about corruption, we dey all about that, but we have a system where those we elect don't think about those things. Instead, they go parliament, then go make bill for give themselves fat remunerations. That's a very unethical thing.
Your brother, to start with, we look at the pattern of behavior. Look right now, we know they pan elections. All money come on do, they want for be flag bearer. Why? Then they line themselves up for further destabilize the country, mess up the country. When you look at some of them people, they are now insult to the presidency. Because no Tom, Dick, and Harry, they go grab and no way come on say want for be president. To start with, now you never force to go say, this dirty mania.
You don't get mind this. You know what do? Nobody know they grumble. Nobody know they say thing election. They now one vote self, you know they get.
Besides the one vote where you know they get, then they vet you. You will be vetted properly.
But then they vet you quietly. This is what I'm saying. Nobody is making any noise about it.
You know? Look, some of these people.
Imran, this is one of the most quiet societies on earth. You neighbor, who you now your neighbor, if they get something against you, you know they ever talk them, but you see them by action.
Make I give you one funny thing will happen now one Ghanaian berry. Make I confirm to you and the audience say some of we sister country that we around we then still get moral.
Yes.
You see Sierra Leone? Now the only society in West Africa where people they choose God mommy we not married. How you not go be an unmarried woman, then choose you for be God mommy? Who run a God mommy? God mommy na an experienced married person where at least you don't married for over 10 years, where they can mentor Wuna in that institution. If you've never been married, then that does not qualify you to be a godmother. Well, now,
godfather.
In this occasion, the Ghanaian bearing, people let me they talk. One man talk, where they talk, now one other man put your hand up, he vex and get the mic, he want for talk. Now one mommy, look, now you see this man with the one with the mic. Any mommy grab. I say, "Una not get a mic." He said that man to start with is not married, so he's not qualified to talk like married. He said one. He said two, he impregnates me niece. He no answer the belly. An unmoral person like this, for making can't team up before a community of grown-ups, mature people, and we don't respect the institution, they don't conform within this institution, for like can't team up and talk immorality to them. Now insult. Now they pull the mic in their hand. Now Sierra Leone how we dey so. Now a common thing is, if you know the amount of marriage then where they take place now England now where they got mommy no one they married.
But don't tell
this
me.
Is part of the
We
pattern of radio.
We get an aya. So not only no more unique, it's all over the world.
You know, most people don't ask me for that big God daddy married. Now I say, I go big God daddy when me not married. You know, there are certain things that the way you say ethical standards, you get under the community, but you self as an individual, you owe yourself that duty of care.
Yeah.
For saying, look, I am not qualified. You know your limitation.
Exactly.
You know your limitation. Say, look, I am not qualified for this. Now that's make like this society now. Then the give person job. He say, oh, I am really, really appreciative, very thankful, very grateful. But unfortunately, I'll not go take the job. I'm not qualified.
Exactly.
Wow, would he read that all the time? Na them president, yeah.
Imran.
Yes.
2-3 people don't quietly call me. They ask, bruh, you know go run for presidency in Sierra Leone? It don't happen over the years. You know what I always they tell them?
Mm-hmm.
I always they tell them, say, when it comes for advice on anything in Sierra Leone, I'll be willing to do it. But running for the first office in Sierra Leone, I not think say I qualify for that. I say I not get the emotional composure for lead people away unruly. I not go take hake for nothing. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
If I say I want to be president of Sierra Leone, the way I see Sierra Leone, I get for be ruthless. And I get the ability for be ruthless when I want to. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So I know myself. When it comes for advice, when it comes for doing those jobs, I have the capacity. But I know I don't have the emotional structure. That not go there, I go cause trouble. Already the people are stressed enough. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
This is what it means by maturity. Know your limits. Know your limits. But Sierra Leone, we not know we limits. We not even know that we be. We always the all about constitution. Yesterday, I saw an audio. The Speaker of Parliament, they talk about people them. We know they go Parliament. Inge for call a session, a committee room. Let go make strict rules here and there. It go make that rule live. The people are unethical, they're unethical, they will not go there. The only thing go make them go there, now we go say you not can, they not they give you money. Because that's the only thing that Sierra Leoneans respect, money. You understand?
Man, when you talk about parliament, you know, think kind of me mind. Parents are only one for run for presidency.
I go car with Angisno. I just begin but parliament. If the person
You don't see what they laugh? You don't see what they laugh?
I make this point.
You not get a joke?
I get
Parents
it.
are only.
But me not they take them there on that joke anymore because these guys are bloody idiots destroying our country. So the rubbish when they do me not they take us joke anymore. We can begin say them as it is. You understand? Now when people and they take and laugh, now I make them they feel say they're irrelevant. Irrelevant fools like those destroying the country. How una go say una na members of parliament? Una know they go na parliament. Now first be the oversight of the country. Now duty for ensure say all the other arms and institutions they run properly. If you're not reckless, you expect the country for be sober. They don't go to parliament. What does that tell you? It tells you that Sierra Leone is a state without control. So there is no government in that place. Then this other one, after all the misbehavior, you don't misbehave, he don't even champion acts them where you open him mouth talk about, and some of those acts can be legally interpreted as treasonous acts. Because if you engineer a situation where they go against the constitution of the country, you can be charged for treason.
I'm glad the way you bring this calm. You don't set up the conversation to a level where don't sweet me.
Mhm.
You see that parliament day?
Mhm.
Like in any professional body in the world, they all get ethical code.
Yes.
When you go to parliament,
Oath of parliament where they take.
yes, you take an oath.
Right to an ethical standard.
Yes. And when you're not a doctor, you get the Hippocratic oath where you take. That oath today, now the most popular doctor, when a Greek doctor, now in name, Hippocrates. Now him, now the most ancient physician known, where they respect so much. That man they, now in name then take for make the doctor their oath. That oath they, waiting it they for. It put a standard of which doctors are expect to hold. And one of their standard in the confidentiality. Anybody where you go meet, you lock the door, you attend to the person. Watching you attend to the person, that room there where you attend to them, all what you do for that person there, all what the person can complain, if you left from that room there with you and the person, confidentiality. It's very paramount. Salon doctor, now by the go see, they talk about people and conditions where they can talk to them. Now hospital. Standard not in Sierra Leone, just the time you put
you dey talk about doctor. Every public job goes with confidentiality.
Of course.
Every public job. The teacher, the nurse, the police. In this country where they are not for now. If they can arrest me for anything, the press come, they not they show me face. Then they blow them because I am not guilty until I'm proven guilty. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Until I'm proven guilty of a crime, confidentiality obtains. In this country, if I apply for a job to teach, I have to have a police report sent to the school. The police report, are they gonna police say, I want a police report, una send am to so place. Then they send am there. Not to me the care and go, they are not forge report. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And part of the duty, the children that you deal with, especially if you deal with people that will get disabilities, you don't discuss about them outside the classroom.
Mm-hmm.
You don't discuss about them
Exactly.
even with your fellow teachers, except it is for an official manner. You understand? But Sierra Leone, every Jack and Tom, they open mouth, like we Polido eat too much granite.
Well, Sierra Leone is a society where, you know, we'd also take so much rubbish that now we fall sheets before we get there and we say manure. And now this kind of life we don't live from the word go. When we go decide, say, we don't want fall sheets now we environment anymore. But rather now we together and we say manure. And once we say manure, it will continue for be manure. And once you get poo na your environment, the environment go smell. And these are the things we have to say to ourselves must not happen. Just like how we put up. No institution, professional institution, not in at the wall, we not get ethical principles, ethical values. We not get an oath. Even engineers, teachers, everywhere you go, then get them.
You don't have a right to discuss what is happening in your place of work with people who are not employees of that place. That's a general rule of thumb, globally.
While Sierra Leone now bad and you go sit down for talk about the workplace, talk about people and personal waiting, because you see, we not parrots, then we flippant. You know, we not get how you call them, order. So everything disorderly. So how we go able to run a country, how you go able to govern a country with disorder? One of the things where governance they do, now order, then they bring calm.
Yeah.
Order.
Yeah.
Where is the order in Sierra Leone? Now make a talk for say if you walk out the corridors of power. Yes, sir.
We don't know what's in our order.
That's what the other point is.
We don't know what's in our order.
Mm-hmm.
Because you get a mentality of impunity and bullying others. Order is not about bullying other people. Now, make all time Solomon, they talk about law. It's not laws that we need. We need ethical and moral standards. rules that everybody will agree with. If you don't go get affair with woman, it's unethical to come and sit publicly and discuss that. But in Sierra Leone, they do it.
Well, there I add something where I get a conversation yesterday with a lovely lady where I sit down at the same table with. We they talk about the same Sierra Leone. All man they talk. Oh, na integrity we no day, na integrity we no day. Now they smile.
Integrity.
And they come. And they smile. Then they say, hey, Mr. T, you not take part in this argument. Now I say because I dey wonder who say they take this. I say what's in integrity? I say integrity alone not to make somebody a decent person. I say what's in most important for get in a leader? Now empathy. Having the ability for put yourself in another person in place. Empathy they make you come to the realization, say, if then do this to me, I not go like them, I not go appreciate them, make I not do it to somebody else. That is the most important thing.
Do unto others as you want done unto you.
Exactly. But when they talk about integrity. What's in integrity?
I want us to have it cleared.
Yeah.
What do we mean by integrity in Sierra Leone?
I don't feel they understand that.
When Sierra Leoneans they use them, the meaning what they get for them, not the same meaning what the word get. Like Solomon, they tell you say you're not civilized. What do you mean by not civilized? What do you mean by integrity? I know why they give me dictionary, what you know. When the Solomon they talk about integrity, what in reality they mean? Is it when I put on a coat and tie and speak like a Cheshire cat? Does that make me a man of integrity? Or is it when I go around with stolen money, flashing cars and other things all over the place? Does that make me a man of integrity?
What's in any talk?
We need to forget and clear. And not to you.
Okay.
And they look at the Sierra Leonean interpretation.
Now they say, then what's in any talk about integrity from waiting and picking at that table? Then see them as a very simple word. Integrity, that is honesty. Now, just another word for being honest. But integrity is deeper than that. The real meaning of integrity, now somebody where honest and get a very strong moral principles where you they talk about from what we start, you they emphasize on that here. But that integrity there by itself, in order to do the trick, what does the trick? Now empathy now the vehicle. If you're not able apply them inside yourself, if you're not feeling for other people, not until where you land, and by the environment where you come out, now there you get these values. And empathy now values, now a value where they get. And the thing where I see when we criminal, gangster, and what we get, what we call politicians, that word called empathy, they don't get some. They don't get feeling for nobody.
Not only politicians, Mr. Toure. If you ask me, 80 to 85% of Sierra Leoneans don't have empathy.
I agree.
80% of Sierra Leoneans who show empathy or sympathy, they do it as ego trips. Go show off. I don't go give this. Now I make all them, then get picture shows them. I don't go give them bag rest na mosque. I don't go give 20 bed na hospital. That's not empathy.
That's not empathy.
People with empathy, and they look at society, they look what in society need, then say, let us do this. And they don't even talk about it. They don't show it. You know why I ask you about this integrity?
Mhm.
If we want to talk about integrity in Sierra Leone, I swear to God, the people who get integrity in Sierra Leone, they not reach 25% of the population.
I think it's too high.
You cannot be a public thief who don't misuse the country in resources. Then you say you get integrity. You don't have it.
Integrity, now a mature person, a person where able accept say I am wrong. A
That's
person,
one. That's not one.
a
You know,
person
integrity,
when they see a fault, he accept a fault.
not a matter of fault. An integrity person, the person who they know say, "La, not do this. If I do this, it is wrong." You the self-censor yourself.
And that is part of the empathy. That's part of the empathy. You
Yes.
always they think about other people.
Say,
Mhm.
if I do this, it is wrong. Let's say, for example, I get access to certain network. Now, yeah, that's just an example. I know they say na so it be. Norwegians then trust me and give me certain things for do. Rather than I look at, say, if I do this, it not go only spoil me name, it go affect other people them. We come out from a country because then go stereotype we all see that then people are turn. That's what integrity is about.
Well, let I put another oil on top of which you say so.
Mhm.
I agree with you when you talk for say with people that don't know what's in integrity.
They don't know.
They don't know. And many other things they don't know. You see this word, what they call honorable.
Mhm.
A lot of people don't know why they call minister they're honorable. A
Now
lot of
the
people don't know.
integrity behind the job.
And they come. A lot of people don't even know what they call president excellency.
Yeah, well.
The reason being, now because people them will hold them positions then
Then they self-censor them
they
behavior.
expect them for have exemplary behavior.
Thank you.
Then they expect them for be upright. Then
Exactly.
they expect them for be honorable in their behavior, in their character, and in how they conduct themselves.
And that is what integrity is.
So if you notice, now that's make the president, when you look at section 40, now him, now the fountain of honor
And justice.
and justice. That is a huge part for tell you say, for you for all that position, you for be somebody with a clean slate in character, decent character, sober-minded. My brother, put section 40 of the Constitution.
You not only the character. The character not only permanent because it is influenced by environment. You can be a man of upright character. If you go mix with criminals, then they influence your character. You understand? But if you're a man with integrity, you can live with criminals, you still not be a criminal.
You are consistent.
You the self-censor yourself, self-censor. When I say discipline, you know what I mean? Discipline is self-censor. And discipline, not a one size fit all, not what they grow over time. If you want to be disciplined, you can be disciplined. If you want to be in discipline, you can be in discipline.
It's a decision.
And when you take the sides of growing into the discipline, into the positive side of being who you are, that's when integrity comes in. Integrity is not about dress, it's not about material possession, it's about your consistency in character where they show ethical and moral standards. But look at our public officials. They do all the worst things you can think of in society.
My brother,
Then they humanize past anything.
do ya?
Then they impregnate people picking them. Then they do all the rubbish. Do you call that integrity?
You can't. You can't. And for that we show we people them how them people are totally contrary to what you would call them. When they say excellency, that means to say you character is excellent, you decent, you righteous, na nobility, na a state of morality, ethics, na honorable behavior that is would be expected of you, uprightness. But are these qualities present in the people where we get some public office?
Well, ask Sierra Leoneans.
These are the things.
Don't ask me that question. Ask Sierra Leoneans.
That's on society them. If you're not married, you know they run for president. If you married, that's on society, they get you with girlfriend, you got to resign. Because they lead the country. You preside over the people them. You now person when they look up to for being a mentor.
42. You see, the president shall be the fountain of honor and justice and the symbol of national unity and sovereignty.
My brother, let Fadela explain certain things, something I need to explain. Because certain things that we have to break it down. Please put on the back.
You get work for the breakdown now.
It's very important. It's very important. No, we don't want people to forget excuses. They say the president shall be the fountain. What's in a fountain? Water where they drip. Water in a life. You add value in people in life. Water, it quench thirst. Water, they bring life. It bring cleanliness. It's not a fountain of honor. One wants to use the pottery of them what they use. So if you're not fountain of honor, that means to say you honor by you. If for the drip, like how water they come up and fountain, it drop, that it should shine all over you. Would you look at somebody like Marabio and Alex Kroma say they get honor with a fountain?
Ask them, supporters them.
Because everything I had and they people just look them. Look at the meaning of the word fountain. Una take una dictionary and look what's in a fountain. They say fountain of honor. A fountain. Now they water they come out. It is spray for cool the atmosphere. They cool the environment. Bring life to the environment. Bring peace to the environment. Bring cleanliness. Water is cleanliness. Water is life. The fountain of honor. The presidents them all don't get, they look like that, they feel like that. Before you choose a leader, those are the things you have to look at. The Constitution say we for put person where get good character. Make sure say when vote for person we reflect this image, fountain of honor. Before they vote Madabio, all man know for say
not left the word justice.
Yes.
And this.
Justice. This na person where just. Because the word justice, it comes from the word just. What's in a just? Now fairness. Person with fear. And that is where the transition of power takes place. Then they vote for you, according to our constitution, through a political platform. The political platform, either APC or SLPP or otherwise. But when they vote for you, immediately you occupy the seat of presidency. You shall be fountain of honor and justice. That means to say, if you transition from party mentality to governance mentality. What's in a governance mentality? Everybody in that country, those who voted for you and those who didn't, should be treated alike, should be treated fairly, should be treated with respect, should be treated irregardless you tribal orientation, you religious orientation, you gender orientation, you should be treated like a Sierra Leonean.
Added to that,
Yes, sir.
as head of state, you go against that part of the constitution for talk publicly and internationally say You meet country divide, you know, able unite them. That was a very unconstitutional statement made by Julius Maada Bio.
That's one of
that time when he was being interviewed by the BBC. You are fountain of honor and justice. Your duty as head of state is to preserve the sovereignty of the state, national unity and sovereignty. When he made that statement that day, from that day now pull out pan. I say this made
no police near, put on the back. There's another one. He is also guardian of the Constitution. They're not put on there by accident. He is also guardian of the Constitution. The Constitution, when nobody know the guard, all man they do as they want.
But the man, I first they broke the Constitution. They broke the Constitution.
Look at they. Now the guardian.
Look at. The president shall be the guardian of the Constitution and guarantor of national independence and territorial integrity, and shall ensure respect for treaties and international agreements.
What's in the happen, how you president with that responsibility they would give you. You the go sit down, people and they can't infringe inside you territory. You left them, then bring board, then tell you say, hey, people and they put balance side at that place. You don't do nothing. Then they bring cement, you don't do nothing. Then they bring iron rod, you don't do nothing. Say they make foundation, say they build a whole garrison, a whole military barracks inside your territory. You not go now the International Court of Justice, now the Hague, for go put an injunction, make it not happen.
Not even Hague. The first step would have been get the ECOWAS to come in. This younger issue, last year, the 12th of April, I made the whole broadcast on it because it started about that time. That's enough time for the government for go to ECOWAS and say, this, they happen. Oh. ECOWAS then get border management protocols. They didn't go to them. African Union get border management protocols. They didn't go to them. The International Court of Justice has the capacity to arbitrate on such issues. They didn't go to them. The 9 ministers who much fever, they are rata, where they give us a fever.
Oh,
they can't talk. We are working on. Working on what?
You know, he is the most arrogant, most unethical, unsober individual where he not gets no purpose. All he does, not for add value, now for pass with disinformation and propaganda. The last time where England gets Ministry of Information, now during the war, then since then not get any ministry of that sort, not in Norway, not in England, not in France, not in any civilized country. Because what in the government there for? And what in una get news vendors them for? What in una get journalists them for? Una not did, also una get journalists, una get reputable press, free press, we're honorable. You don't need Minister of Information. You don't need that because the information will be out there unadulterated. Well, now something. We talk about something this now. Do ya? I know they bore you with it. Put that 40 the back, put on the back. It's very important because when they try to do something like that, there's an argument where you talk about at the beginning. I just want to confirm. When you look at all these beautiful things, them where they say there shall be a president of the Republic of Sierra Leone who shall be the head of state and supreme executive authority of the Republic and commander-in-chief of the armed forces. The president shall be fountain of honor and justice and a symbol of national unity and sovereignty. The president shall be guardian of the Constitution and the guarantor of national independence and territorial integrity, and shall endure respect for treaties and international agreements. Now, withstanding any provision of this constitution, of any other law of the country, the president shall, without prejudice.
To the contrary.
Yes.
Loud, wide, and small.
Okay.
The president shall, without prejudice to any such law as may for the time being be adopted by Parliament, be responsible in addition to the functions conferred upon him in the Constitution for all constitutional matters concerning legislation, relations with foreign states, reception of envoys accredited to Sierra Leone, and the appointment of principal representatives of Sierra Leone abroad, execution of treaties, agreements, or conventions in the name of Sierra Leone, the exercise of the prerogative of mercy, the grant of honors and awards, the declaration of war, and any other matter as may be referred to the president by Parliament.
So, una will talk to say problem na the constitution. Una can allow una show we what's the problem and what in the constitution says so.
We might not ever do any of them.
All them thing there where they my who's president are gonna say no, don't do them thing there.
They're not the doer. They're not the doer.
And
you don't even know it's
and we when they talk about it, to start with, the problem is how you go able for exercise the significance, the importance of their role there where you are partisan. Sierra Leone and Italy for say party politics na a disorder. Italy salon politics na how they call them na addiction.
Na addiction.
You know, because even if you don't have a political party, if you see who is here na ya, possibly then a Labour Party, something happen a Labour Party, if they come out and he talk against the party, say, I will resign. And then he resigned. Why? Because the purpose in which I joined this party does not seem to be relevant anymore. And outside that relevance is not in existence, I will vacate it. This party has an ideology. What is the ideology? Labour Party is a social democratic party. If you want for Kankamekam to a extreme capitalist party, extreme right party, MP then he left. And then he challenged you.
How we left-handed, that's individual party ideology, which we don't have in Sierra Leone. Now we take them on the national level. There had been people who had resigned from government because of contravention of national policies by the young party in power.
Yes.
That Partisan business law left them.
That's one of the major problems we get now with country. This party,
we don't even respect and understand national issues. That's what I'm saying.
Look at that beautiful constitution. Look at all the things and the way we read. If let me follow them things and they like a fine-tooth comb, step by step, like where woman they can roll. If they pick all the reject, if they notch them here, if they notch them, if they grease them, if they notch them, if they grease them. Do you think most of these issues then, what would they deal with for 64 years, therefore we don't exist? The answer is no. So what is the point for us to have a constitution if we're not a user? Now just put fire upon them and burn them.
They're not left for user.
That way, you know, because the one where they go come out, they're so disingenuous. That is never been the problem, saying that the constitution. The problem is, and I stand by it and I challenge anybody can challenge me. Our problem is we have constitutions we will not use, constitution we will not respect. And not to just the politician and not respect the constitution. Now, we the Sierra Leoneans, how many Sierra Leoneans sabi anything within the constitution? We know one for no, we're not interested.
Minus sabi. How many of we are ready to adhere to order
That's the thing.
Now left the law force. How many of us are ready to adhere to order?
My
In
brother,
the first place, do you know why most people join political parties? They want to be part of a gang to create disorder when they have power.
that's the whole thing. That's the interest we then get. Because
And where we win, now we turn.
no, not so you turn, then they mistake when they use the word turn, a license to steal.
And now we
License
turn. That's what they say.
now the turn, now license to steal, license to lie.
And the other thing where the
Can you
people
imagine?
are ignorantly no know, where I think we for begin tell Sierra Leoneans, every government is a broke institution. Government, they only get money when they collect taxes and other revenue. Not so?
Mhm.
And who side that money they come on are from the people them. If mining company they operate, the money when they give to the country, now the people the money. You understand? Are you with me?
Yes.
Individuals in the country who earn income are bound to pay taxes. How many people in Sierra Leone are paying taxes? Let us ask that question. Do you know, Mr. Toure?
No.
Now give me a picture of the number of people who think say they pay taxes in Sierra Leone.
I don't.
Which categories of people they pay taxes?
I don't know. I'm not getting close.
You should. Because if we want to solve Sierra Leone's problem, these are the things we should be examining. Let me take traders, for example. Do they pay income tax? I want to pay attention to this, Mr. Toure.
Mhm.
I want to deal with me full time. Now, something very important that they come with. So,
Yeah.
also will say, hey, Pastor, go bigger. But let us ask a question. The traders in Sierra Leone, do they pay income tax?
Mhm.
You are not with me. Please come. I'm
The-
left with you. They do.
Well,
A very important thing are they deal with. So, the traders in Sierra Leone, do they pay income tax?
I'm not sure.
In Norway, if you have a business that you are running, you they pay different types of taxes. One, they expect you for they pay you self salary, so if you pay income tax on your salary. Okay?
Mhm.
Secondly, if na goods and services you they sell, they expect you for pay tax on every item we sell.
Mhm.
Okay?
Mhm.
If na restaurant you they run, they expect you for pay tax on every customer we can eat to you. Added to the income tax where they pay.
Mhm.
Because you have to pay yourself a monthly salary. You understand?
Uh-huh.
But in Sierra Leone, the people who earn these monies, I mean, are not able to pay tax, are not get work. But you earn income. You earn income. And I go tell you one thing. The politicians and they encourage people them for live that free life because they feel by encouraging people not to pay tax, that is when they get their support. These are the ethical issues that are wrong in our
I
society.
agree with you entirely. I agree with you and you know, religiously. Me brother, if you get chance, I want you to put chapter 5, the legislative. That is part of the constitution. Let people then see the qualification for membership in parliament. We say the constitution is not the problem. Make them people get a glimpse of what's in the inside the constitution. Make them tell me if they don't see people they behave within this context.
You know, we people them therefore accept their own part of the problem.
Of course.
If you cannot be in a position to understand what you need to know about your own welfare, if things go wrong with you, don't blame God, blame yourself. If you cannot be in a position to understand what you need to know about your own welfare, if somebody takes advantage on you, don't blame anybody, blame yourself.
Because now that chapter, they part 1, I get the composition of parliament, establishment of
The
parliament.
people of Sierra Leone for able to read the constitution, discuss them, and argue over them. Not to pass we can have they talk about them. The people of Sierra Leone, they're not ready for help themselves. They're not ready for help themselves. They would always sit by and wait to blame. Blame who?
He even tell you Uda cannot be MP.
Una think say God care whether una suffer or better. God don't give una everything for make una get a good life. Una relax. They wait for blame. Keep blaming. God not affected by that too. He not care. He don't do your own part. Just like Papa, if you born Pekin, you don't get all the things the way forget. You don't tell all what he for do. When he not do them, if he suffer, not to you responsible.
Mm-hmm. Papa, I want you for lead this. I want you for lead this. Now you're not the teacher.
Whose part you they talk about? Because me not
Maybe
know.
let's see what's in the how you call them the qualification of membership in parliament, and and then and even how the makeup of parliament, how we for waiting. Yeah, go up.
90s.
Yeah.
75. 1, a citizen. 2, if you don't reach 21. 3, you name for them at the register, the electoral register. 4, if you're able, this is obnoxious. This part is obnoxious. This part is very irrelevant in this constitution.
I agree with you.
It's very irrelevant. You cannot limit the election to parliament by language.
Based on something foreign, and we are supposed to be independent. What's in our independence? We therefore be free from all outside influence. English language is outside influence. You know, so enough of being a criteria. The person able to talk Creole, able to communicate. Never say communicate. You know.
You know, we get a lot of work to do in Sierra Leone. We have a lot of work to do.
Well, they say things and without understanding the definition, the meaning.
And I will say this without malice. The greater percentage of educated Sierra Leoneans then get for unlearn and relearn. Then get for unlearn that colonized brainwashing what we call education. Now begin learn what is culturally convenient and suitable for we. Because development cannot take place if we don't understand our cultural being, who we are and what we are. Like, for example, people always go about blaming the law, blaming the constitution. But the fact of the situation is culturally, we are a people with unethical and immoral structures in our minds. Now that make we not respect laws. In countries where people have ethics and morals, they don't break the law. A lot of people in England don't know the law, but they don't break the law.
Well, the thing is, the difference between Norway, England, and Sierra Leone, Norway and England, where you broke the law, they don't care whether you're not president. They don't care whether you're not minister. They don't care whether you're not judge. They don't care what's in your status, who that born you, whose region you come out. The law go take its course. it could take just like how
But let me just say,
when a
let me
careless person break the law.
just say, in them partia, they're not they abuse the law. But the fact of the situation is,
Mhm.
most people don't get any problem with the law, not because they are afraid of the law, but because they have certain ethical standards and moral standards what they make them they self-regulate their behavior. What they make them they maintain an integrity when not they allow them for go against the law. In these parts, if people then go against the law in certain cases, now by accident. But in Sierra Leone, we willfully they go against the law.
Now I'll tell you something I find so interesting about this country. England, now the line country now the world. Any side wanna go, they make queue. Police no they can dey. Police no they dey. Security no they dey. The queue is self-managed.
Same
If
here.
you craze, you want court before. The yai when they look you.
That's how you know.
If you
No.
mistake,
In Norway, when people then they meet in public places, you know what thing they happen? Naturally, then they get line. But you know one thing we common about this country? If they don't make a line, I not care however long, Komra come, old mommy come, small pikin come, then they say go before.
when you give them priority.
Yes. The people answer now, then they say go before. Go by. We'll go wait for you.
Because that is the measure where we not
That's
study. That's what you call civilized.
what?
That's what civilized is. Civilized society, then they give priority to the vulnerable, to the weak.
Yeah.
Not to the strong. Uncivilized society, now the strong, they get preference. Not the weak.
Another rule of thumb we then get now
Mhm.
in public transports. Then get certain seats them. It's not written there. But these seats are best kept empty because they want old people for sit on there or Komra for sit on there with him picking.
Where we now are the rights and are the bosses.
No, we not right.
I like you day, I like you day, I like you sit on the where you see person with baby or waiting for grab there and sit.
They grab the and sit. Yes.
And
If you get 40
I like not to then sit then they say. Anybody will get moral sense of responsibility. You see a woman, a old baby,
you they can't sit, let's sit down. Because if they make her uncomfortable for Timapi, all the picking.
Exactly. And the baby is safe the way you hold the picking like that, the mama and the picking, they're vulnerable.
You know.
They're vulnerable if they drive a massive break. They're vulnerable.
We talk and go, talk and come. We need forget a new curriculum on civic and cultural education in Sierra Leone. And that civic and cultural education should not be tribalized. It should be based on standards we're going to be comfortable and acceptable by everyone. Because I'll tell you one thing. The greatest people where they break the law in Sierra Leone are the one that were in governance. They do it because they lack the civic and cultural education.
That's not one.
Now the only reason that him ran. Hey, what if he not sabi him? What if they misbehave because he grew up to know misbehavior as a norm?
You talk something at the beginning about the religious sector. I was born a Muslim. When I get exposure for left Islam, for go join Christianity, where I don't see any difference. You know why? One thing be the other be they do na masla si wa no be lek. And not be lek and today, not be lek and tomorrow. Those people when they call big man then they let for kind of masla si. When the picking they don't come early, they don't sit down before. When them very people and they when are the big man then we're supposed to show good attendance behavior, timekeeping. When they can late, they say that picking they come on gonna do. When them big people and sit down. I never liked it. And then big people they not get disability. If they get disability, I go understand. But they came late. And got the house if be first come, first serve.
I don't care whether na Satan is.
You know?
The fact is, that behavior in places of worship, they manifest the ethical and moral standards we'll get. And the ethical and moral standards that we have is one of impunity, bullying people. As a matter of fact, in a country like Norway, where children are given priority, you know they tell Peking for grab on a seat. You know they do harm. If you do harm, a crime against the society. In this country, first in status are children. Next are women. Next are pets. Me, boy Jalo, I'm the number 4. If me cat hala na neighbor then no say I beat me cat, I swear to God, police they come for me. Yes.
Well, I'll give you something way I know say you go know. Now with society, I didn't the life and dog. In the life and small picking.
Where big man fat, then say na
When they go
dog.
to Jama, where big man fat, they know say na the big man are in fat. Then they look for dog. If they don't see dog, then they look for picking. Say, another picking, come on, embarrass the picking, disgrace them.
Well, what if he say na the result of that?
Resentment, hate.
Now, not the result in society. The people in governance were brought up that way.
Impunity.
I don't you understand the point where they make.
Yeah, I get you. But then the impunity starts.
We have a bunch of traumatized people governing Sierra Leone because their parents exposed them to trauma.
Yeah.
Come on now. Now you fat now, something not to the picking.
Well, they're not supposed to the picking. When big man fats and they look for dog.
No, say that is what the norm is. So I can lie and get away with it. If when they turn big man, he said a lie.
Well, guess no. Guess. I don't call 2. The dog and the Peking. Wouldn't the X na the list?
Women.
No. Anybody will look like peasant. We poor. Yeah, you get chair close. Now you next, so if you're not Peking. Yeah.
You know, say now 1924 and end slavery in a salon.
Yep.
Now that will they transfer to people we think say they are peasants. They are not. We get that mentality for look down on people say these are slaves.
Sierra Leone is a very class reading society. Very prejudiced society. Very prejudiced.
Well, now they tell on the country so.
Then one day, I let you write A for me big like this, or you not sabi. So if you're not sabi, waiting at A, does that mean you for seize undue advantage, partner? Does that mean you for mistreat him? Does that mean he's not qualified like anybody else for enjoy the blessings where the country gets for offer?
Let me tell you something we're very interesting about the Norwegian school system. In this country, they don't have special schools for disabled people. You know why?
Mm-hmm.
I not care the disability of the Peking. If they go the same normal school like the normal children. How do they take care of the disabled children? They have specially trained teachers who know how to handle them Peking them day. The teacher they in a class with the main teacher. In every school in this country, Normally, except for the senior levels, universities, etc., you understand? But in the normal school system, the pikin there with disability, they sit down at the same class with the normal pikin. Then they get special teacher with they with the pikin. Everything the normal teacher they teach, now you they discuss with the pikin. I did that job in this country for 2 years. I was put in charge of a boy who had certain disabilities. You understand? But before I begin do that job there, then get for give me special training, how to handle the psychology, etc., etc. Okay? Why then they do that? For make everybody believe, say, it no matter whether the person is poor or a rich, it no matter whether the person normal or abnormal, we all for able live together.
Yeah.
From the school system, from the kindergarten, then they begin with that.
That now for flush away, then little prejudices then when they come up, this is disabled. For put then they try for avoid putting people in small boxes. Like how
And
we
they have
how we
another rule of thumb in this country. When picking them can get their activities, women sometimes in the class they go tour, then get for go look cinema or go to a museum or anything and then they send notice to the parents say them picking get for go tour on so date. If they prepare food or waiting for them, enough for pass this amount of money. You know why they do that? You and a multimillionaire, let you not go load the picky with food. The other one will come up from a poor home, let you go begin feel sorry. Then they make the picking, they all grow, then look themselves as equals.
waiting you say so.
That's where ethical standards begin.
That is exactly why schools wear uniform. So Uda
And
get
it's also now.
yeah, Usai, una go school, una wear the same shoes, the same color clothes, the same uniform. You get a standard way expected. So una all not go feel, nobody not go feel any different because those who have money, if they wear clothes for camp, they go wear things them way, others not able to afford. You see, these are all waiting for bring equality. But equality is not the norm. What is the norm? Chimniman say, now for going a place, you make yourself to basket. What's in a basket? You stand out. You become conspicuous. So that you go intimidate everybody else. Now make way people in danger with society. All man for be doctor. So you go say they call a doctor. So where you go now, you cut you where you know that than me. Do you know who I am? That is the reason why we get a society now. The title Mister, then they replace her with doctor. Any how then go doctor for intimidate people. Then your profession is not your title. We have to make these things clear. Now as Sierra Leone, they even call engineer Jallo.
Well,
How funny can that be?
thank God they know they call me teacher Jalo.
Engineer Jallo.
I say, thank God they know they call me teacher Jalo, but me not teacher. And
But
I can't.
the thing is, if na title, if you professional, you title, then if they across the board, taximan Jallo,
Oh, well.
carpenter Jallo,
Yes.
masoner Jallo.
Yes.
But just because then get a premium job, then choose to make a title to an extent,
Do you know
retire.
why?
And
Do
they
you know
come, brother, and they come. To an extent, Madam, you don't add another title. Now, retired brigadier, retired lawyer. Now, I see all man they put them retired lawyer, retired brigadier, retired police constable.
you
It don't
know
become a
why
title.
you do that?
Mm-hmm.
You know why?
Uh-uh.
Are the bully mentality.
Of course. Of course.
This is what we were taught to be bullies. I make order not dinner with society. If you don't do it in unconstitutional or illegal, then they go boast about in a public. That tells you the kind of person. It tells reasonable men The kind of
because you see APC now which man
listen
there.
to this idiot talk.
Me we sit down I mean a witch doctor. So it only takes the witch doctor for know wetin the witch man want do and forestall am. You don't understand? So sometimes I call myself the political ariabo. Because where I reach the witch man self, the day in a state of constant panic. So I reach Falaba, the people of Falaba left the SLPP, but unfortunately, because of the intimidative strategies of the APC, the people not be able to do anything for support the SLPP.
You get approval for that?
I get approved because when I reached Falaba, I raised the votes of the SLPP from 7% in 2012 to 48.77%. This not being just one term. Fast forward 2023, President Biose and go back. And I went again to Falaba and I raised it from 48.77% to 69%. So that is to tell you this is a practical politician. This is the politician will say, you say, I want win 2028. He don't begin demonstrate I win 2028. Okay? Fast forward, coming to parliament. In 2018 we won and we came to parliament. APC had 68 MPs. SLPP had 49 MPs. I was clerk of parliament, the chief electoral commissioner of parliament. And I was tasked with the responsibility for make sure say the speakership come to the SLPP. Because of the ruling government. What do you mean for like be in the ruling, then the opposition take the speakership? It means say you become stagnated, and nothing already happen at this stage if parliament not sanctioned. And I knew of this. And me, a man will get political eye. And because I get political eye, I say, no action on the way they take. Why not the first way the political implication? If you sit down here, APC, take the speakership, SLPP is done. So I now bring some map reading inside. Political map reading. I know how I engage. I know what I do. Everybody see the result, but they don't know how I achieve the result. I achieved it and I made sure the SLPP gets the speaker. So this is to tell you, this is not the Partisan. If you say they win 2028, you don't demonstrate that they win. If you say they win 2028, you don't demonstrate that they win.
You see the man they boast of corruption.
Who do you hear speak?
A pompous, arrogant, stiff-necked, reckless fool. Because to start with, from beginning to end, I can me brother, from beginning to end, you yeri is say anything but Sierra Leone, anything but the country. Me brother, then what then they I stand by them. He's a fool, he's reckless, he's wretched. How can you imagine somebody where man where thief that kind of money where he thief? After where he thief the money, they still keep and they. No wonder he get the guts for cancer before they boast about corruption. How he managed do am. We all know what happened at that Kabbalah election. When they go add 0 per number. We know that. That is how he achieved it. But he got away with it. So he's boasting about it. He's boasting.
When you listen to this idiot talk, you listen to how immoral and ethically bankrupt the intellectuals of Sierra Leone are.
Tell you.
Don't waste words. This is a manifestation of ethical and moral bankruptcy. And it's coming from somebody who is clerk of parliament.
Exactly.
Don't waste words.
And the boast is for his actions.
It's not about Paran, it's about Sierra Leone.
That's what I'm saying.
For us to have an idiot like that in parliament, and after in West commit vicious financial fraud.
Now in commit them, not to the wife.
He did it back. He did tell you how morally bankrupt our society
is.
Do you expect a country of such nature to respect laws?
Me man, when the man open him out, first and foremost, you diagnosis what you make. Perfect. Now you see it. And what is it? When no one take responsibility, then play partisan position. The man, waiting we talk about from 2018 to now, we don't get governance now election mode the country.
I told you that.
You hear the man with all clarity. Now, party politics he talk about. He not talk about anything for do with the country, anything for develop the country.
And even in a post back of abusing
ethics.
House that is supposed to be one of the highest ethical institutions in the country, Parliament.
If not this society, police they invite them for let go explain.
Immediately.
Then they let go explain what thing he means say he do. He get for resign, he get for go. You cannot be a clerk in a parliament. You make short and implicating statement. I am not a lawyer. You don't have to be a lawyer.
Admission to committing crimes.
Crime.
Not to one crime, no more crime.
Clear infringement. And the man they talk with impunity, the highest level of impunity, what they talk about Naya. He not get no fear. Say the law will come after him. Because the man don't broke the law. They not set example for him. He got away with it. He's still there.
That is what people understand. It wouldn't happen in the UK. It wouldn't happen in Norway because people understand otherwise. In Sierra Leone, people understand and they glorify people who do nonsense. So that's what we get. If people get the government they deserve. If people get the leaders they deserve.
Are you aware of what happened at Kabbalah where they talk about so?
I know.
Kabbalah that by election, they rig them.
I know.
And if he can now, he can't talk them what and the way he talk, he just don't confirm the infringement. The man break the law. Then he come back publicly. He they use that as a criteria for go for presidency. Can you imagine that? Can you beat that?
Well, una make him president, and then
he come out, he talk very inflammatory partisan language. How APC now then corrupt and in the area for kitchen.
He not corrupt with all the crime where they admit to.
Well, you know what say Ariobo na advanced witch man. So you got to be a witch for catch a witch. You know?
They welcome.
Because for let you be Ariobo, you got to be Kolokoto. What they call Kolokoto now, which man will get PhD.
I know they hear you clearly, with loud and small.
Okay.
Now I think it's clear now.
Because for be Ariobo, for be Ariobo, you got to be advanced witch man, you know Kolokoto, Kaklat witch man.
That Imran fine.
You know the area?
No, they are small no more.
I don't know. I think I got to change some of them cables here. Not to the what thing get fault now, the cable.
Do you hear me now?
Yeah, they do now. Yeah.
You be Ariobo, you got to be Kaklat witch man, Kolokoto. That is, you know, the highest level. You don't reach a place now where you don't decide, say, I know they use witchcraft or do bad anymore. Rather, I go use them as a medicinal platform for help others.
Imran.
Yes, sir. In
the first place, for somebody of that status to talk publicly about witch and Ariobo, they tell you how backward the mentality be. You see, when these idiots talk, don't go emotional about what they say. Listen to them and they will tell you their level of enlightenment. Sierra Leone has been plagued for 64 years by people passing as educated who are nothing but functionally illiterate idiots.
But that pattern of behavior didn't gets the population. So I agree with you. Because when they can have power, everything they blame APC. Now APC make rest there. Now APC do this.
It's not about
instead of them come and do their work.
Listen to me. Listen to me. I don't want us to make it APC SLPP.
That's not what I'm doing.
for somebody educated as he's supposed to be, for somebody being a clerk of the parliament, talking about Ariogo and witchcraft, it'll tell you how decadent in mentality be.
Of course, the man is. But what I'm saying here is where SLPP take power, 2018, from day one, they're not governed. It was all about APC do this, APC do that, APC. Even now, where all man no say they don't fail, they still want to continue with that same system. And now it's not washing. Because before, when they say that, people feel to say they had an alternative. But they don't talk about how APC this, APC that, APC that. Up till now, they're not giving alternative.
But then get right. Then get right. Mister, I say not the person slander my name. I no say not to so a tan. I not come with a statement where the public go no say, not to so a tan. Or I not come with an action we go make the public no say, not to so a tan. If SLPP they blame APC, then get right. Then get right. Let us don't all brief for the same set of idiots who don't destroy we country for 64 years.
You come, you they blame your company, and then you they do 10 times worse. What's in the other people they don't do. And when they catch you now, all the time when do bad, APC says we don't do it. It's so childish. You thief akara, when they hold you, APC said be thief akara. You thief mango, they hold you. APC said be thief mango. So that means to say their action is justifiable. You don't hold us responsible because APC did it. But the whole essence was they voted APC out because of their malpractices there. So when I go come, when I make changes them, we go add value. But rather when I come, when I busy, one thing I can say to people then come with steroid. The same, they say then they go, then they bring new direction. But rather than the same direction and then go at the same direction with steroid. Everything bad way APC do, they do it 10 times worse.
Imran.
Yes.
If the APC had taken the venture to make Sierra Leoneans aware of what it has done as a political party all the time more than they have power in Sierra Leone, then count vivid examples and facts. All this Boku talk for done from SLPP. The APC want it that way. We know when APC been in a power during Chaka Stevens in time, I went to university. I had 3 meals a day, FOC. I had all my books paid for, FOC. I had a bed to sleep, FOC. And I was given pocket allowance every term, FOC. But the APC itself is not defending himself. Because you know what he do? You know what he do?
Order the question.
I ask you a question. You know what he do? I told you before that APC died long ago.
Now the point I just want to make.
The people how they call themselves APC today, now hustlers will take the name APC. And some of them are even SLPP under the guise of APC. We will begin call the name just now because Sabi them. You understand? The real APC under Shaka Stevens, what that party did for Sierra Leone had started taking off between 1970 and 1980. I know because I was there, I lived it. Every district been get an agricultural project. We had rural water supply in every chiefdom headquarter. Sierra Leone had color television well before the Kingdom of Norway. We had color television in 1978. 77, 78.
You tell me upline all will be watch television.
Okay? Norway gets color television in 1985.
You watch television at colored.
But the APC would not sit to tell the public this. They will sit to curse and fight. So the SLPP get right for tell the voting and they tell them.
Well, you don't talk with waiting and do. Let us say something where you know of clearly. APC of old now be a team. And now people them when are of working class, union workers, drivers, tailors, business people, people of different persuasion, different group, different class, then come together. They were committed to purpose. APC at that time, they're so committed to purpose that you touch one, you touch all. To an extent, when they passed that libel law, the first person when they passed that law, they weaponized that law. For them get Chaka Stevens. You remember Chaka Stevens wrote an article. Yeah. When I for don't make Chaka Stevens go jail, where APC for be die immediately. What's in happen? See Kabaratelo, see, take the bullet. See Kabaratelo say na in writer, na in go to jail. Because he knew if them hold pa Cheki go jail, the party for them at that initial stage. That's what you call camaraderie. That's what you call teamwork. That's what you call an organized group.
Well, tell me, is she auntie there?
You know them.
No,
and then people and they most of them be ex-service men. Do you know Jibril, Alaji Jibril? Do you know he was an ex-service man?
I know.
Effects now war.
I know.
Now ex-service man.
Kamara, Taylor, they all fought in the war.
So these were disciplined people, tried and tested. Not to flux mango them.
Imran.
Yes, sir.
Let's go ahead with our program. APC can go to hell. SLPP can go to hell. A bundle of useless idiots.
Both the parties are useless. Both the party gangs them. They are criminal enterprise.
They come on you.
Okay, sir. Not only a lot of things on the table.
Yeah, today when they talk about governance and how that they are bog with country.
I don't follow the whole thing. First of all, the Paran we talk so. Me and I cannot ever call them honorable. Because they lie. We don't say honorable, not somebody who they lie. But then they take lie, then just flash them. And then they wanted, I know they ever call parliamentarian honorable. That start this way they talk to na lie. Falaba, even Kwenadugu, SLP, no one day get 7% of Kwenadugu. One day.
Well, now they achieve.
No, but we don't talk that day before they come. I talk about when we bring the constitution. I say the word honorable and excellency. They not reflect in their character and in their behavior.
Yes. So you lie, then this don't people don't know now. Kabala or Falaba Konadugu self. And as Kurmawe win this resoundingly in 2012, they still get 9% of the votes. So I don't know who's 7%. One day be. Kabala or Konadugu and Cambia, now they SLB get higher votes than the north. Always when
exactly.
they get yes.
Exactly.
When they get more than 20% of the votes. Now then 2 districts and they always get them. So this man we no nothing with all the moral issue the way he gets, the council don't they talk. I mean, this they can say proof which now you don't do so. You don't prove it. This not enough. This waiting this na and they tell una say them no go come up na power easily. Then they go do anything because these are all the things they hold una now for. Say people in vote say they want they have occupation in parliament. Una say no, we not for be. Look at the nonsense we talk. He say if the man in the Boku, they be the speaker, they pass Ghana Parliament, not to the opposition get the speaker.
Not there.
This Ghana Parliament will pass. I don't see this one no. The one will pass. We that guy be the. In America, most them the opposition hold the speakership. Speaker get for do say the one who get the big the
The
most part.
majority.
The speaker. Neither the speaker. When you talk say SLB don't do. What you done for waiting? It's not APC, not to Sierra Leone and the way they want let them pass bill, then pass budget.
Yeah, brother, you're right. Now that's me and Pajalo talking now. We know they follow rules. You know the rules like furniture.
Yes, the morals they want to talk about, Mr. Jallo, morals do not come over just from like that. Morals they make them in Europe. At the end they
No,
meet
with
up one.
society then get moral so.
No, wait now. Let me come. Let me come. The then I would talk with one South African, where the one the way make apartheid na South Africa. We talk with them then they are. So it we can't talk. I agree with them because governance don't dey na Europe. The governance we didn't get na Europe for 100 or 200 years. Then they can go America, then they can go Australia, then they can go South Africa, then they can go na New Zealand, then they can go na America, then they can go all side. Because these people they don't dey under governance, they don't know, they don't learn the shortcomings of governance, they don't for them, they don't grab, they don't for them, they don't grab. So these are things where they make over time. So the morals they want to talk about, Mr. Jallo, the way they deal with Westerners them for making them straight, like adding straight so where they get morals. The issue now here is we the one that will give this democracy, then just want for we do a simple way. No, we just be like them. We just grab overnight to be like them. One my colleague they tell me how them great papa them they tell them, Mr. Jallo, milk na England, yeah, milk. He say then get for go line up in the morning.
Yeah.
He say then they can't nap so he said they can't map so poor people eat map so the young so they make sorry. Then they fill up the bottle for you. They don't pass through those stages. So now they think they make the laws them, make them obey laws them. Make them obey now make with man, not until they begin, you don't begin hundreds of years for making them be like how they so. Me ex na Belgium. We get one system where if you dey work, if you job left you or where you come out school and they give you benefits when are like 600, now you don't go right now you go down the 800 or 900 euro.
Now
Then they
they
call
are
and
thinking they're all over Europe.
yes, that is just the poverty level. So we will come from commercial loan. Anybody, let's say work until they catch that person day, go drop that money. Until they catch that person day.
Well,
But
that's
that means
immoral.
yes, that means day where because in a wait person, you
It's
know get
you
to
say enough for doing.
no in na say them big you, so now you can get part-time job. You can get part-time job. Now you say you go give that money day. You take that money. Now see that money if you know eat them, give me them. I say give me that money day. If you don't want the money, give me the money. I say I know you need that money. So the picking is so uncomfortable that idea almost say you don't broke the law, they can't punish him. I look the picking so sad. Now I say, you know what? Go give him go give this money. Here. You see the thing? They don't put the law. We were not afraid. All ask anybody who come up Belgium. That money the most black man them almost all pass them catch them. Because all of who will come, then they give you that money day. But we for make we drop that money, pass them catch you. So need for tell we say yes sir.
This country where they you get right for work as many jobs as you want, as long as you get the job. And for each job, you for pay tax, income tax. So a lot of people can at this country, some I mean they do two work. Now one work then they pay income tax for. The other hand then they do undercover. You know, see them they do that. They're not they worry, they only financial year done. Then they send you tax paper say you owe me this amount. So man run away at this country for tax.
Yes,
Because
yes,
when they
yes.
give tax, you have where you know work for the year, now you get for pay.
Yes, yes. You know, we all don't go through that, Mr. Jallo. We all go through that because we don't understand. Because we didn't pay money in a hand. You know, see the man they give the money in a hand, he record them.
Yes.
You don't know. The man they record them.
You get for
Even one
report
of
to the state.
one of my family lessons, now so he get now so he run come on at the job. Where they go work, then again if it's in a undeclared income. So later we then count the tax, then again €3,000 for pay. €3,000. Now I left the job. So because you see, so what you make at the try where I try for arrive at is that the morals that we talk about is Jalo. These morals don't come easily. We get a society where we say we crude. Let me say it's a hard word for the tribe of our community. We crude like uncivilized. And then not the which man, you know, I talk about to mean in manners, in the way we do things them. Everything about us is corrupt. Then you go say no more. Okay, then people like we'll just talk to the normal so then we left that habit. Then they do one.
Well, that
Therefore,
coming.
yes, sir.
You see, society not a change by itself. Now a class of people go point out like, oh, they talk so. We are aware say these things are not right, not to so.
Yes.
We they talk and people learn the hear, not to so. You may think
Mm-hmm.
people them not go listen to it, but a lot of people will go in their quiet moment and say, what in them man then they talk so it makes sense. So the minute people then begin accept, that's when the process of change begins. Not when the only person go put on a cell. You understand? Change
Mm-hmm.
is a self process. There's societies here, they don't go through all them things then they all get a history. Yeah, no way. Yeah, corruption been there now. Corruption been there now. Bang. But because a class of people decide, say, we don't want this now, let we count something else. They all come together, then put aside all them differences. They say, let's make this place for we all. This is what our intellectuals don't do in Africa, Pafode. Not that we
Yeah,
dey
but
expect, say, the wait
mm-hmm.
man thing will for able to adopt her overnight. But if me and you are aware, say, this is not right, we all agree, say, but the law put aside with differences. Law be the example for society. Law begin talk to people and let them understand, say, this is not good. It not a change overnight, but it go change.
Yes, Mr. Jallo, but which okay, let me talk about witchcraft again. How then don't witchcraft na Europe. Now Belgium city usha come out, now they cow then na that province. Anybody we then convict, we prove say in a witch man or witch woman, the next day they take it na museum for
It then
tourists
get
side.
on the Belgium,
It did
Switzerland, then been get on
it
the.
did. So now then you see the next now where they kind of can cut the person in neck
The guillotine.
or in head come out.
Not to
So
the
you
guillotine.
so yeah no
Nine.
well and then guillotine but then
Then
just
now
put
they
the
call
neck
am
way.
guillotine, but
Then
now
they
they
call them
can
so.
no more.
Not exactly. That's so we call them we way. But the next day. So in witchcraft, they not just eliminate them like that. They eliminate them through forcible ways. Because Mr. Jallo, you say people over time they do them. But if you know they happen, we don't need almost 100 years on ourselves. I mean, no, we take say even when the people can't go and we still dey do things them we own way. We don't see the try for copy, but the thing they come. Why would it continue for Bible? Bible say no. Okay, Lord, we give them more time then they come through. No, we for make punitive measures where they make say we broke this law. Okay, look for instance.
But the
Where
man
then
they make the law now enforce the broke am for day.
no now they the other point that Mr.
How they
Jallo,
make the law now enforce
When
the
in a
broke.
parliament where they make the law, now you need to they boast about corruption, how corrupt you are. And you they
yes,
implicate yourself, they tell people say you go do illegal practices na Kabbalah, and the president acknowledge them and he send you go there back. And People
Yes.
they wonder how APC did it. And the fact is, na Indo am na ina the man. You know, I'm the man, and he's boasting about it.
Pavode.
Yes, sir.
Then
Mhm.
society how would they? The people how they make the rules for run the society, whether na law or standard. You dey meet say na public, you know they know say na how they make the law for this country.
Yeah, Mr. Jallo, you know, see, their own society they don't care about title and
That na one. Number
which
two, then people they then get self-discipline. They don't go all over the place shouting and showing themselves.
And
In
one
Africa,
thing way important where
in
we
Africa, the one that we get education way for be the example. Now then get the moral and ethical bankruptcy. They go all over the place shouting. They create all kind of noise. They don't give me award and award my foot.
let me tell you this. Then society here, who side and pass we back, everybody gets moral responsibility to the state.
Yes.
Everybody. Whether you're a politician, whether you're a member of the public, whether you're a press person, look now what's happen, but for they understand this. When we get COVID now, the prime minister make rules. He broke the rules. He do all kind of things for let it balance. He try for act like African leader. It's not possible. The press, the population, civil society, everybody say, look, you they go. He do all kind of things. In fact, individuals and even can go court. He fed, he twist, he turn. He had to go.
Ona go na parliament with them. We, the prime minister then, the lady Anna Sulbag, she did not mean to break the rule. The rule say na 20 people for gather. They wanted to celebrate a birthday. Somebody when at them farm will come will make 21. This thing went to the police. She is the head of state. She was fined 1,713 pounds for breaking the rule. And then she went on television to say, I'm sorry. Look at now they show so.
No, we only not say sorry.
Look at.
We only not say that sorry.
This happened in 2021.
good. Well, the why Bishop one come on that talk the way you talk about say
Yeah.
the for obey the rules them. Kajalo, no say which man anything we he make checks and balances. Would I they hold the scale for let the scale not tilt over. Then thing they all they happen at them country they are like we Imran talk una England I so it be happen with Boris Johnson. Now because anyhow you do, you get people, particularly back in the press, very, very independent. It is right, and they get like we don't talk about the morals and get the morals. So you know go get them thing they like win a salon. The most important institution for the president to account now the judiciary. What happen? Even India, what happen? I don't know if you know about that. You don't. I mean, dismantle the judge them. I don't know if you know about that.
It dismantle them for voting.
I mean, he put this under tint and toe. You don't put
Yeah,
this under.
see them make certain appointments.
Yes, that means he put that one under, he put that one under, he put that one under. Mr. Jallo, this constitution as it is will never work if that judiciary not stand up. This election we pass through. If not Kenya, let me give you another example. Kenya, the president be get problem with the vice president. You want fire him.
The judiciary come in and say no.
Yes, wait, let explain. So where you want fire them, you don't get way for fire them, they find allegations them for young the man. So when they make allegations by the man, they can't go na parliament for go impeach him. They make the proceedings, the man is not good there. He say he from sick, he say no well. When he say no well, Now they say they no impeach him. Mr. Jallo, nothing go complain. No, now the judiciary now step in. Now this now they happen as alone. We say, oh, somebody no can na court. You no go na court. America, where them want try Donald Trump, but this year, not the judiciary say we left and force until the election pass.
Yeah.
They step in. Judiciary nine a day for nine.
And Donald Trump, whatever you want for pull up, the woman with Donald Trump self appoint. Now, when he come by the law, he not get party, he do as the law says.
Yes. So the thing is that the thing what they say is that we always they talk about say we get the laws then fine. But Mr. Jallo, if you make the law they are all, you take this man, the president as alone, where and the Skurma sacking vice president. All man knows it wrong. What did happen? What did the judiciary say? They say
But
get
you
out for
know,
one.
say that issue for Sam Sumana. The Mao been there as Attorney General was against it, then sacked him because of that.
Yes, I know everything. Say then the one they want to do the job, anybody who want to do the job, then they sack him.
Even Alpha can be there against it. Even Alpha can be there against it.
Under BO, if we not see the change Minister of Justice and Attorney General, that because some of those guys had the audacity to tell him the truth.
And no, or they want to do something where
they don't agree.
Yes, look, what you make you pull Baba Tunde? Baba Tunde don't do all the dirty job for him. Then just say for election business, you pull Baba Tunde. Sometimes suspect something. Let
me tell you something. Before what you talk, 70% is not true. One thing where they beg you, and they beg every Sierra Leonean, if these things they happen, the Salon public also get responsibility.
Yeah.
The Constitution, it's beautiful. But the Constitution, like anything else, the population gets huge responsibility. We are the ownership of the country. The government now we get them. If we take duty of care, due diligence in denting the document today, if you read them, the president are the fountain of honor. Read the Constitution. The Constitution is perfect. You don't get one problem. We not use the Constitution. And we the people, them, we know they ask the right questions and we know they hold the government accountable. Waiting I say so. Waiting that they try for say to you is in time immemorial, from we papa and them, then they talk say, me I know they pan politics, I know they get involved. But this politics where you have no paper, they so boy they was na politics. The quality of school where you begin and they go na politics. The quality of healthcare where they use na politics. If that is the case, it is your responsibility, like every other citizen, for them to get the kind people them want they choose na their offices then they. Because if those people go out there, they make a bad decision, they make a bad blunder, it's like you going to an unqualified person, you don't under and for be a surgeon specialist, they kill you. And a surgeon will kill just you. But a bad politician go kill millions of people. These are things we get for talk. So this business for the give excuse so we people them, it's like giving the politicians license to kill. Our people have to take responsibility. If people are not they support Madabio should have been gone 2019. If Madabio is still there, now because he has accomplices, and the accomplices them, there are plenty inside APC said pass FZPP if you not be careful. One person not they lead a country. One person not they pull a country. If a person lead a country and successfully, he has a team of good people them where they share power with.
Yeah.
If you get a person where they pull a country, he has accomplices Mother Bio gets serious people in Vietnam. Make I tell you this. The quicker way we accept that, the better it is, and the better we go prepare ourselves for let we deal with this issue. But the Sierra Leonean people, they are the biggest problem. Because like when parents do this kind of thing, the whole country for common do say it do so nice for common. Mother Bio not go do nothing about it.
That's a matter of common ado. If Mother Bio no say 8 million people in Sierra Leone, something wrong. 7 million people say this is wrong. It caution himself. You don't need to go out in the street or shout or whatever. Let it be known that the majority of the people don't like what is happening. These guys will behave themselves. But as you rightly say, if 10 people say this wrong, they get 15, 20 people with something on the diaspora, don't suffer, they say they want to go get woke in a salon. Then they all over social media, they make noise, say this is right. Then we always think it's right.
Exactly. When you see people and they come out, APC not going to court, APC not going to court. All man say we not get evidence. APC not going to court, APC not going to court. All man for say the judiciary rotting from top to bottom is full of maggots.
So, Imran, you talk about the people.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get an example why the people me they defend them small. August 8, 9, 10. Wait now, August 8, 9, 10. Again, it comes to the system of governance. Where the people say then come out, they talk about prices, they talk about this, the killings, human rights. What happened? The one part of the country, they say they don't mix. Simply on ethnic grounds. Then they die, but not them party in power. One other part of the one half of the country, then they come out say will not agree. What happened? Then kill people then bury them, they not allow the person see them, no post-mortem, no happen. Then just go to with them.
Are we sure
the
there were bodies in those coffins?
Body not be there. If body be there, 2 women are not going to live to one coffin.
Avode, me you na man,
Yeah.
we too not able to one body the body.
So they meet me I not be watch. I'm not saying I not watch then government in the
Anyhow we strong Bafode.
Yeah.
Me and you not able to one coffin waka with them, will not feel pain.
The standard about 8 people in the 8 lift coffin comfortably.
I not be watching because what make it naturally talks to because what have been in a salon, oh they go na mosque now, they go bury people them. We get for exchange, people and get for exchange for carry one
and
person.
about 6 to 8 people. And one other thing back where na ethical breach. Now the history of Sierra Leone, one day I not see woman touch the body. One day, not in any African country, that is a sacrilege. I know one is
Mr. Jallo, you say the coffin they would say they go bear. Now what will happen then coffin? Now one person enter the coffin.
Them two man they you don't put you video of.
Yes, I mean I just go.
Two in a coffin. Now the minimum people wait for to take coffin now 4.
Now 4. Wow. Things now need to give me to this one. I know they watching.
You know, a lot of things they go wrong now with society where the people learn self-responsible.
Yeah, no, well, I'm not going to talk to the not responsible. I want you, and I can give this example of August 8, 9, 10. The people yes.
Bafode.
Yes, sir.
I have always said it and will always say it. Taking the people to the street is not a solution to our problem.
Mr. Jalabona, now a way for show resentment or discontent.
There are other ways we can show that.
Like waiting, sir.
Before the August 10, people let me sit down house, not so.
Yes.
If the people let me continue for sit down house, it be for me more effective.
Mr. Jalabona, people get for eat. Not a country where anyway, before say come, you ask this no, you talk this about taxes. If people are paying taxes, before I continue, clear that thing there. People are paying taxes, but the problem in Salon is the tax base now in small.
What do you
Like
mean tax base small?
the taxable things, their income, them or people already work within the tax. Now they're not
But
plenty.
everybody earning an income should
Yeah,
pay
yeah,
tax.
no, that mean that the one who they earn an income, when official one, they all,
No,
even
no, no, no,
800,000.
no, no, no. But for the
Mm.
I've lived in Norway from 2011 and I go answer present, but they pay tax.
Yes, Mr. Jallo, say, first of all, we own economy for get problem for let it be representative of the GDP. Even the GDP when they talk
But
about
for
so.
let us get this clear. You know, I have grown out of one thing in life. I don't give excuses for things not happening. I look at what needs to be done for things to happen.
Yes, Mr. Jallo,
But
I
for
don't mean say don't give this submission.
are
Yeah.
they come? We get people in Sierra Leone when they go answer formally say they work, not so.
Yeah.
But then they earn income, not so.
Yes.
So they even get money, then bills and do other things, not so.
Now day I want to bring you now. Yes, go wait. I did bring you wife
And
on
most of these
yes.
people don't pay taxes.
Yes.
The only tax so then they pay, maybe if you go buy toys, they sell them. That tax where they don't tax the man where import the toy, plus small VST where the man add the. In the car now we add price, sometimes you know the tax for the price the way they pay. You know they pay tax for the price the way they ask for.
Yeah. The thing here is how them people they pay tax. Even the minimum wage na salon na 800,000. They pay them 600,000. Remember, you are then you read in their way. The SLBS man then it protest. That 600, that 200,000, and then the pool for tax, and the other one you put for NASIT. Imagine for 800,000, now 600,000 possibly go now.
Bafode,
Yes,
I
yes,
will
sir.
not agree with anything you say here today.
Okay, wait. Okay,
Me
let
not a
continue.
tax expert, but I will tell you one thing.
Yeah, I wanted to know why they don't pay tax. Okay, in South Africa, anybody where they do any kind of business, even that man where they fry akara, they pay tax because
Thank you.
the income tax them that they work down there. So the make sure for the problem was salon force. We not get people on statistics. We not get them. All we statistics we make that for election. Because in South Africa, that woman where they sell the cake in the street, the tax man and they can't meet them. Mommy, how much cake they fry per day? You know what you making they do so? Now for make them get a representative of the GDP, the real one, when is nominal, then they get them the raw one. You go tell them say every day I dey fry I dey spend 500,000 loan for fry this akara. Now that's the one know. They don't want to know the profit first. They don't can it too. I dey spend 500,000 every day for so if how many days they fry this year? They say na 5 days per week or na 7 days per week I dey fry them. They write them down. When they don't write them down, they don't say this woman throughout the year they fry cake every day. So now you get tax paper. When they give that tax paper, then put they say this man now this akara they sell low. So now they can't give tax for say for instance alone. Let me just give an example. Then they charge people in high. Then they give you like say like a salon you can't pay 1 million because you fry akara. They charge you 1 million. So now two things don't happen now. The GDP, that cake where they sell, it don't be expressed in the GDP for the country. So the GDP could be higher. Not only who gets say na 4 billion GDP will get to. That time they will get all the sectors them waiting way they at the country the one who they sell junk show, the one who they sell bredo, all man is represented in that GDP day. So now the 1 million tax more than the tax you say you can't pay the 1 million. Then you make it like a formality no more, so you don't pay tax. Okay, that 1 million way they pay, it help the country. If now 800,000 or 1 million people in the sell that kind of business, you don't count money to the economy. So the salon now, none of them, Abide Kono, would sell the thing before I go college, Mr. Jalo. No table, no day. We get less than $5,000 money. None of we know the pay tax.
Well, you don't
No,
done the case.
none of we. None
You
of
don't
we.
done the case. Now we not go
Yeah.
beyond.
When you come to this economics area, you get a good understanding, and you not only study economics, you participate from business in Sierra Leone big time. But one problem where I get with you, and I go ask you this question:
Yes, sir.
what is the responsibility of the citizens?
Responsibility of waiting.
What are the responsibilities of the citizens of Sierra Leone? Because anytime what we talk, you get excuses for them. You get excuses. Me and Partisan, we talk about this issue here today. The issue what we talk about today, now the fact say Sierra Leone, nobody gets responsibility for anything. So no wonder when we get how you call them public servants, they're not they take responsibility because responsibility is not in the culture of Sierra Leoneans. Because we can't talk or say.
Imran asked me, shall I answer as well?
Okay, answer.
Imran, they make excuse for them blatantly or just vaguely like that. I say I've been a devil's advocate, like for instance, I count this August 8, 9, and 10. Why Saloni thinks the citizens do not take responsibility now? Because governance will get governance problem. The one them where they agitate or say will not agree, they're not boku. And if they come on, then they kill them. They don't kill them over and over. They don't want the whole policeman say that bullet will give you. We can't count them back. We count 9. They say the 10 bullet will bring you. Who said that one bullet go? They say nine this, 9 you should kill somebody.
Now other society them where people then come out and kill some. Now the more than they come on do. Because other people and they say you're not supposed to kill them.
All than they not necessary. All what you they talk so not necessary. What you get for acceptance, Sierra Leone's?
Yes.
Then bring we up in an environment which I will not take responsibility. You understand?
I get you.
In societies where people take responsibility, the first thing where they happen is whoever they in governance, they do what thing they make the people then build trust in you. Because trust, now they allow effective governance. Governance is not about enmity. Governance is not a privatized institution. It's about doing what will make the wealth of the nation grow. If the people are not get trust in the one they govern them, then they elect, because now then they misbehave past all, you expect the people then for do the right thing? No. When this government took over power in 2018, they make all the pomp and pageantry about Directorate of Science and Technology. The first time I heard about DSTI, I said, wait a minute, maybe we will be going towards the right direction now. If Sierra Leone want an efficient economy, not of a beginning job to people that will not know their head and tail, say they are income tax officers. Make the public finance electronic. We make the public finance electronic. You make the private finance electronic. Anybody where they transact money, they track them.
In the kitchen, yeah, not true.
If that man, they sell akara, Then they pay them by mobile money, not to cash. It track say this person so amount they come na your account every week. So you automatically know how much the person for pay. Because every tax system on earth is organized on pay as you earn. What they call payee. Me not a tax expert, but I tell you say, if you get an electronic system, way efficient, we will get more people paying taxes. Then at the same time, that same electronic system, it they do the job where central statistics know they do. Because you automatically able count who that they earn income, which sector the person they. If you did at the hospitality industry, you didn't know. If now goods, agricultural goods the person they sell, if that farmer getting granite farm, where person they buy the granite farm, he pay them by mobile money, the money can I account. First, you didn't know how much can I account. Second, you know what them buy and sell. This is not rocket science. This is the real world we live in. Why is Sierra Leone lagging behind?
Because we corrupt in nature. Because
well, now you said it.
Well, then
Hello.
you don't answer the question, my brother.
Now you
Okay.
said it.
Okay.
That's not the problem.
Imagine
The
COVID
politicians are
time.
as bad.
COVID time. We didn't count the money. They say they go pay people them. We get orange money. They just have say then for total the money for go pay. They don't pay them through orange money. Because what happen? They don't want for let the account for the how they spend the money. And Titi day, Mr. Jallo, Titi that COVID, they not talk about a no side. All the money we then collect, all the money we can inside, no accountability.
All
Now
right.
make that sakra. Now make that saklara. Lara, one of the things they wouldn't saklara for now COVID, that COVID audit. They don't want them. These are people we promise that they can't fetch accountability.
Lara, we then sack. The way we then sack Lara, it's not constitutional, it's not moral, it's not cultural, it's not psychological, but nothing, nobody not do about it. Nobody not raise question about it. Not the press, not the population.
People like this question them. That's something where Imran talks about even ban the federal case they take to the end. Budget advocacy network. Then they can't tell we say throughout the trial. They no talk about what thing they can put on paper. So they don't talk about them inside the court.
You know this highway, the Sierra Leonean public for raise issue, and especially we would claim say we understand issues. Then go down make all them case, but the law say for go through parliament, not to so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the law say 2/3 majority, not to so.
Mm-hmm.
On a see what you put on the screen.
And how they talk, they follow the rules.
2/3 majority of members of parliament. Do you know what that means?
Before even it come to that, the parliament or the judiciary for don't correct and force like where Lara take care and go say, no, we follow the constitution say if you set up the body first before you suspend somebody. It not be. All of that day.
Then in the final analysis, they took it to parliament. There were members of parliament who were absent. And the constitution say when you vote on the issues, they for be 2/3 majority of members of parliament, not those present.
Mr. Jallo, let me just interject. That 2/3 majority we talk about. I they tell you, see, we not get proof. Then people will vote for that. They don't buy them.
Before they
make this a habit, so make excuses for them.
Allow me. Before
They don't buy them. Yes, sir.
Before they. I sat in the Constitution Committee or commission that made this constitution. By then, I was vice president of the Sierra Leone Teachers Union. Not only them be elect for Dede, but I've been the Gode. That 2/3 majority of members of parliament, I know what he mean. It's not those present. It's all elected members.
I know, Mr. Jallo, I know the object. I say, say the one the way vote 7 people or 6 people and vote. Now that they talk about
Then it no matter. What it matter is the law was breached.
And if you breach, people they have to make sure see.
So that vote is
right.
valid. Before I don't mince matters when I talk.
Yes, sir. I get you. I get you now.
The law was breached. But you had lawyers in Sierra Leone. We have all the people who think they know better. None said a word. That's how useless our country.
Not to them business, not to them sack. If not them sack, them go talk. They don't sack them. Not to them family, them sack.
And when things happen to them, they expect sympathy.
You see, before they say something, he say they give them money. Well, you get his belief say they give them money. Where you don't team up, say them for make an inquiry, and those people then for account for their behavior. You see, now there's society there. These things, I remember when I come England before a few months. Every time national news and they do public inquiry, they go do it. I say why people like inquiry, but behold. Now ethical standards then they set. One, they want for monitor waiting they happen and waiting all right. Then correct them, learn from that, and then put them right. We now with society, you say then give them people their money. If they give them money, that means to say they're not meant to be there. Therefore, remove them. Wait so now, why you not be one of them person they wait for team up or remove them?
Okay, wait now. I go catch them, Imran. If you get parliament, the whole world, parliament, they vote openly. Now the only be very because let me tell you now, Abdul Kagbo, you don't suspect that in the long term. Now make it talk say when they vote, when they write the name of the person where they vote on the ballot. Parane say no, they're not for them. This is not secret ballot. This is not secret ballot. If you don't know him,
the only thing where Abdul Kagbo for do that day, we not do.
Come on a parliament.
If I tell all the APC, let them come out.
Let them come out.
And before they come out, if I tell them say section 108 say all elected members, there are people absent, so we cannot vote today. Let us go.
They're not for vote.
Don't come out.
That's not one.
Not a one. Now the only thing for doing.
I know. There is something else I want to add. You know.
Okay.
You see, when you see things and we're wrong, then they happen, and people them know very well for say it wrong, but yet then they participate, or either directly or indirectly, either passively or actively. So whichever way you participate, it is wrong. It is equally as bad.
How can I then say bill is supported on the second and third readings by votes not less than 2/3 of the members of parliament, not those present? This is simple, plain English.
Papaya, now this society now where me and Pafo they do so. When they get important in a parliament, then get Labour whip, then get Conservative whip. They whip, they make sure say all man present. And then they make them, if now a vote where gets serious national implications, then they make sure say if they bring people in a wheelchair for can vote.
If certain circumstances not allow for make everybody present, then go even allow people for vote remotely, electronically. It happened in all the parliaments during COVID. All over the world.
Okay, even a lot of waiting supposedly happen. I don't get that.
Yeah.
Okay. Then people are waiting count this bill for vote. All man will say, who's not the vote? Then take her and put on shelf. I know see them they do them groundwork, who done any bribe, who done already bribe. So when them say they not achieve they don't they work for who that then don't convince say then they pay them. or they don't promise them, or they give, or they don't pay them. Now, make them put an actual wait. This thing when I talk about for can vote to, now what you know, now Thursday net, you know, the parliament at Salon, you don't Friday. I don't know that. Parliament voting at Salon, now Tuesdays.
They do the same thing over and over. Now you come now, you talk for say, they call them people are honorable. If anybody they will not fit for be honorable, you're not supposed for the day. Now we can for put with food for let then they materialize. All this way they say so, we already know them. And if we know them, now it make them not for allow them to for happen, but we allow them for happen for day. This is my point.
No, I just want to explain further how the SLPP achieve their goal. Well, we see, we don't say they're no moral, they're corrupt, but now so they do then take and put them Thursday nets. Normally the next don't Thursday. Now Tuesday and Thursday, then they do no the next don't Friday for can vote. Can vote
Then
for
do them because they know they will get away with it. Then do on Monday, then do on Tuesday, then do on Wednesday. If it is wrong, it is wrong. If it is wrong, it should not be accepted, no matter when they do it.
Let's just complete hours. Then put them Thursday in a net. So then why they put on a Thursday in a net? Now that time they don't know, say the people that don't left, they're not there. Now I make them put them, say, and now we then can have parliament because the law say now 2/3. Now I make now we can have parliament, the one that now they bribe who they not trust to or they don't promise to. Now I make them they change and now say 2/3 of the one they within a year. Now I make
But
it change
that's
now.
not what the Constitution says.
I know.
So that makes that vote invalid.
You don't say before they will make any excuse. Just accept
Yes, sir.
From now until I go to my grave, I'm talking on behalf of Sierra Leone.
If it is wrong, it is wrong.
The APC is complicit in that misdemeanor. Otherwise, they should have left Parliament, then give them a reason why they not they take part in the voting.
Mr. Yellow, why have nobody challenge that rule?
Now the
Why
same thing with
the This is the point. This is the point.
This is simple. This is simple. APC and SLPP useless. Now we say they're useless.
Now Osusu then they run. Now Osusu.
No one know if then they run Osusu or whatever. But the fact is, they are useless. They have misled a country that is supposed to be the richest country in West Africa. Today, the people and they go to bed days without food.
You are not complete in your analysis. The APC useless, SLPP useless. The people that we useless too. That is the reality, because this political party, they are a cross section of the population.
And I want to tell you one thing today, Pafode.
Yes,
I will not stop at saying what is wrong in Sierra Leone. Heart, go to hell.
I stand with you on that. I stand
with you. Country,
I stand with you 100%.
Nobody not senior for me in Sierra Leone. We all there on the same level. You can be the richest man. That's your business. I have what you don't have.
The parties are rotting. The government is rotting. We, the people, are equally rotting. Sierra Leone is full of maggots. Until we come to that realization, say, look, we need to purge the system. We need to clean the system. Every society in the world have gone through. You should say, Talker.
We don't need for go to war. We don't need for demonstrate. We only need to say the truth as it should be said. And I'm saying it. Who is not happy about it, bang your head against the wall.
We have to challenge the system and make sure what we challenge is enforced. We're not going to just talk no more. We got to make sure it happen. Because all the society there, they've been through what we're going through. But now the very people in Team say, no, we don't want this. We must change it. And then facilitate and get change. And now the people and they do everything they happen at the people. If we the people and sit down with complacent, we talk for say, oh, you're not going to do with we. No wonder then they do it. No wonder then they do it.
Continue to do it.
If then go there.
Yeah. Look the thing clearly on the Constitution itself. This is what I'm showing on the screen. 2/3 majority of members of Parliament. It didn't say members present. Then APC then go sit down there then vote on
in this
members
case,
present.
But they keep
And
coming.
they can't lie. Are we saying 7 members vote? We don't know that. This is all childish and stupid. It's childish and stupid to keep giving excuses.
Mr. Jalo, no officer back under this thing will not happen. So if we get judiciary, then they recall the case.
Not just judiciary, members of the public get the right for own accord. You get the right. I have the right.
Bafode.
I know say yeah.
Bafode.
Yes, sir.
One of the reasons you make some of who they talk, otherwise I should have retired now and not get nothing for gain or lose. I have a comfortable pension that I'm living on. But one of the things to make some of who they talk, now for make we country go back on the right track. Let me tell you one thing today. No case, not the die.
I know. Mr. Jalo, I make good effect for accountability.
Yes.
I make good effect for accountability.
And when it comes to accountability, it's not about revenge. It's about correcting what was wrong, bringing it to the people to rehabilitate the society. It's not about revenge, because that's one mistake we have been making since 1961. Any patriotic power, they want revenge on the opponent. We have to stop that.
The thing about even corruption is that you could do something about the current one, but the past you put the person in jail now. So if they're ready for make accountability, like Mongofuli, the one the way in job now they hold responsible. Not the one the way me too.
The past one themselves, you can make them accountable.
No, you can only accountable, but the one the way you get influence over for let that thing stop now. The one the way she
a state has influence over every citizen, Pafode.
No,
when a state is efficient enough, one, they're able to know everybody in income capacity. They're able to know everybody in wealth. They're able to ask question, how did you get this money? When we know your income was this level, how did you get this asset?
No, what you mean, Mr. Jalo, we want fight corruption. We want make it stop or make it minimize. We give somebody $1 million, for instance. Now that person did not the whole account because you don't get that money today. But if you can't see, you left that man there because now you get money, you know the whole accountable. But you go hold him away. The next neighbor, let me say the past government, they say Narani the cow accountable. So you make sure say the bad thing that will happen, either then they continue or then they worsen.
I don't know how then they do in England, but we know say Norway, if they give contract, you don't do the contract, then get a specialist body where they can inspect what you do. If you're not there up to standard, then they tell you say do them back. If you not do that contract, you they pay back all that money. Then no one knows how you go pull that to God, they pay them.
I want to see, like for instance, where the finance minister, where Madam you been called, the man where he pull JG Safari, what we call it. He get corruption case in his head. He take him, now out as finance minister, where they ask him, now he talk say, you for prove him. Say the man corrupt. But the man, he get case in a court, the COI, because he work under the APC.
But do you expect Madabio to say something else?
No, I'm not saying, I'm just trying for talk. If they're ready for fight corruption, they own regime. Now them people in they force, now they take action, say.
I ask you a question where you know answer. I know to make ask you that question. The duties of the president, fountain of honor and justice, integrity of the state, etc. The same man I don't talk say, emit Sierra Leone, divide, enable, unite Sierra Leone. So you expect them for say anything better?
No. Well, I mean, what do you mean? I talk of side of governance. You promise say
but if the man not even knowing duty, you expect them to appoint
somebody is not credible, somebody is not competent. we have a duty. There is something called teamwork. Governance na teamwork. It includes the people, the government, the MPs, the institutions. Una all the work together. Waiting a team. Team gets an acronym. Team. Together, everybody achieves more. Together, T. E, everybody. A, achieves. M, more. Well, now we left that. I get something I go send to you when I wisdom key, where it's based on teamwork. Teamwork, there are 4 people named: everybody, somebody, anybody, and nobody. There was an important job to be done, and everybody was asked to do it. Everybody was sure somebody would do it. Anybody could have done it, but nobody did it. Somebody got angry about that because it was everybody's job. Everybody thought anybody could do it, but nobody realized that everybody wouldn't do it. It ended up that everybody blamed somebody when nobody did what anybody could have done. The moral.
You know, thing that they tell you?
Uh-huh.
Lack of leadership.
Exactly. And leadership day by everybody.
And leadership here is not about one person, it's about everybody.
Everybody.
If there was leadership in that group, then they would have done it without nobody waiting for somebody to do it.
Any service alone people together, they do not take chair you put on the all man they jump past. Nobody know the pull on the.
Say it loud.
Nobody know the pull on the. Anybody way ask not to be put on the. I didn't miss every meter. So you for left hand day.
So this the way Imran read so.
And it's not to you for the.
The professor, he been tell we say, like how you talk us exactly, because that time we would have for blame. Now he say anybody, now for blame, now for blame.
Never blame everybody.
Now he say it's no, he say nobody's business is everybody's business.
Yes.
Yes. That's what he say.
And this is what we don't have in our social mentality in Sierra Leone, Bafode.
If we got that mentality there, nobody know they get away with what is wrong. Because we get a society now, people know they fight for what is right. People know they stand for what is right. All man they do, now for fight for who they know, who they like, who they support, who they give their money.
Like give one small example. We don't happen in India. Now, University of Salon, make I tell you, everything at Salon about jobs. Just the University of Salon, you believe say them to themselves, they increase their salary to the 140 million, 150 million, 130 million inside the university. Almost done the 140 million, 50 million, almost done the.
I don't know. In terms of
when I know the economists to be and also be figures.
No, because the dollar now 2,005 now 2,500,000 for $100. So now 250 million. Now any person they get 100,000. No, now they get $10,000. Yes, imagine so that 125,000 now $5,000. So they all pass $5,000 inside alone. Inside salon, 2 weeks ago. Imagine that.
Per month?
Per month, yes. If a month,
I go can Google and find out almost they pay lecturer then.
Then they pay them past that.
Now they increase their salary. Them now they increase their salary. Then the staff. And this thing leak. Then they are. Mr. Jallo, you expect say them people go talk, go do the right thing for that job?
Whose institution will increase that salary?
Now Football College.
Do they have the income to maintain that salary?
Yes, the income of the school fees that when they get to think government they give their subsidy, now then they pay themselves because they don't Government we don't pull hand for pay.
I don't know, but I don't think
So,
that.
sir, how they go run the university now if they pay that kind of money they pay in salary?
Because you get for equip the place. You get for
Exactly. They go for maintenance.
I tell you, see,
apply maintenance workers.
the government we don't pull hand for the paid university lecturer directly. So this not the result of that pull hand who government pull hand. Now they regulate how much they pay themselves.
Where are they getting the money? That's my question.
Not to all man in the pay. So the then 3 people that we call, we engage. Now the principal.
Okay, now a few people put that money there for themselves.
Yes,
the principal. The whole staff they talk about.
Okay. No, not the whole staff.
Anyway, we're alone now because this program is so full of content. We don't go past 12.
Imran today, you know, tell bye.
12:30. Well, when I don't give me too much bad name, I fed shame.
Yeah, otherwise you don't tell bye.
Before they call me privately, hope you call me.
We'll get a lot for doing Sierra Leone. And the first step towards changing Sierra Leone is to bring the correct awareness to the people. It's not about telling people to jump in the street. That's not going to solve any problem. Let the people know what's wrong. Let them get that awareness. Let them know what's in their own role and responsibility in a society. Then you go see change begin happen.
And that is what people are saying. Say people in for team up. Because you know, go get a society when they get an outcry, we think go wrong. You can forget an outcry. We don't agree. So bad. So Luma. Every tribe gets that. Well, Luma, I give my pay. I give my Luma. We don't agree. So why is the outcry with all that what happened? That is what some of us are talking about. And to be honest, between me and you two, I don't care if people come out. It is their right. You don't go talk to people not for common ado in a democracy.
No, I mean, you get it wrong.
That is their right.
I am coming, Imran. I want you to listen to this. I saw independence in Sierra Leone. I've seen every riot in that place. You know what always happen in Sierra Leone? When people jump in the street and dance, the crooks and they soon go there, organize themselves, then take over again. So it don't make sense. Let people and they go na treat. MPRC can and pull a PC, all man dance. What he end pana lucky?
No, that's a different thing. Me they talk about why they talk for say come out na streets, not for go dance. Now for come on na streets for make an outcry if something is wrong.
Yes, when you do that, the criminals organize themselves. They come and tell you, I am the Moses. Give them 3 months, you see them as the Satan. I have Imran.
If they come 50 times, then pull them back 50 times, then go begin the land.
Imran.
Accept less.
Imran.
Yep.
People and they protest every day in England, not so. But few of the protests they about the responsibility of the politicians. Most of the protests in this part of the world are about social issues, not so.
Yep.
In Africa, and in Sierra Leone especially, because we don't allow a small class of people to entrench themselves in the mentality of the people, when protests be, you go see one dummy, now they can put before. Now the same people they fed for pull now, then they put dummy before, then tell you say this now the savior. Now you don't bug APC so. Now APC have over 30 people all wanting to be flag bearer. The same old people that were there within the executive, where they mismanage the party. Each of them get candidates there now.
And then clone them.
So do you think that will help this society? Give the people the correct knowledge. Let them have the ability to take decisions independent of being influenced. That's the way forward.
Allow try close. Before
I
they
don't want that.
make your own closing remarks. Low, because now it don't pass.
We go talk what you able we left for now. Yes, Pafode, tell the family and goodbye because he said on here today.
Yes, sir. Anyway, Mr. Imran, thank you very much today. You stay with me today. Now you today
No, man,
admire.
I don't tell her she don't run no anybody there.
Before they ain't call me.
We go meet on Friday if God agree.
By God power.
Okay,
Family.
them on a thank you. I think we don't spend some time, man. I want to let the people of Sierra Leone know one thing. I have made up my mind to stand for Sierra Leone. From today, let nobody no associate me with no political party. I know no obligation, una know me obligation. If una need me, una come to me, I go give una genuine advice. Otherwise, don't come to me. Don't come and ask me to support any idiot. Let us talk about Sierra Leone. Let us remap Sierra Leone. Because if we don't do that, that country is sinking. Thank you for listening to me. We will come back on Friday. On a good night.
Well, what you may say to me, young people then? So far me concerned, Salon no get political party. When we decide, we make a decision, say we get party, then we get ideology.
Look on not three they can now. If me they run, I don't want to be president of Sierra Leone. I want to be the chief radical.
Let make me with you. Don't talk to me. Cut me. We not get a political party. We get a group of gangsters, them criminal enterprise, then they run our country. When we decide to get a party then we get ideology, we get purpose. Party them, we get empathy for the people. I go make a decision and join one of them party then. But for now, we not get political party. Let us not delete we say, like we say we get political. We don't. But what I want to tell every Sierra Leonean, we get responsibility, just as the politicians, just as the chiefs, just as the institutional heads and institutions. They are there to serve us. And if they are failing in their responsibility, it is our responsibility to hold them accountable.
Yeah.
Make it clear to them, say, Buna, don't make a mess. And the mess, we go clean up for Una. By removing Una, if we get for prosecute Una, we prosecute Una. But now, government, institutions, the citizens, we are all equally as bad as the other. And I go put on to every Sierra Leonean. We need to forgive the system a purge. And I want to take this opportunity for all the one that will take part today. Tell Una thank you. Alusain Sankara, Konotri, Alusain Memuna to Buel, Memuna to Barry Safa, Mr. George Stone. Una all we participate. Una thank you. We want Una to participate more. Konotri Inc. join for the conversation. He not come today, can't late. But hopefully Friday go come. Because then discussions there, we get for have them. I promise for call you. I would call you. This now everybody's business.
Konotri, say, if we not say by force for be president and they die before the election. So
Nobody's business is everybody's business. We allow we take them as we mantra. Now we not allow people them for continuously. They put Sansana with Gary. When we know say now we get for it the Gary, the Sansan we Gary we get Sansan. Now we get parcels them. Political party now a parcel. If you say now olele, when you open an olele for the inside. But now what you would see when you open the parcel, olele there one side, agidi there one other side, then what you call them?
And see now they make fangadama.
You know,
Politics not on fangadama.
he get agidi, he get olele, he get eba. Now the pasu. For people like that, political party na a pasu. We get an ideology. If the ideology na olele, for be olele. For be olele, then somebody there inside the pasu, we get a bobo. Somebody there inside the pasu, we get agidi. That is not happen. So Famu left, that he want that. He left Chona. Now we get water, now we get flour. We can change the country, but we need to be truthful to ourselves, we honest to ourselves, and we honest to we cause. He do so. Then we left for the light to ourselves. People in the come out, and it's Groma woke. He left legacy. When he woke, when the legacy? Bakaba woke. When the legacy? None of them not do nothing. All what they do, they continuously they extract. Una sidom, una they get kwashioko. Then they get obesity. I think we have to take responsibility. Every Sierra Leonean has to. Family, now the word that now we can, now we go.
Thank you. Friday will they come back.
Thank you. What happens when truth becomes a tool, not a right? In Sierra Leone, confusion isn't just chaos. It's strategy. When leaders deny what you live, gaslight your reality, and rewrite the past, who really holds the power? Tonight on Truth Unmasked, we expose the tactics, we name the games, we decode the lies. Don't just believe what they tell you. Ask why they want you to believe it.
Oh no, who go speak for the voiceless? Oh yeah. The system they broken is lawless. Then they use the power for oppress. Mama cry for the picky where them put to rest. These streets they red like the sunset. Oh yeah. Bodies that fall, but we not forget. The women them cry, them pain at the silence. Who go fight for justice in this violence? Our leaders were the love for the nation. Why you not they bring with tribulation? Them they kill with dreams with oppression. Sierra Leone, we need salvation.